with Sam Darnold.
Right.
And for the running backs, I have the Eagles with Saquon Barkley, the Packers with Josh Jacobs, the Ravens with Derrick Henry, and the Texans with Joe Mixon.
Great one. This is a very good bunch.
The team that no one's talking about, the Houston Texans.
That's true.
We all assume that they're going to lose, right?
Nick, as you know, when I play What's More Likely, I play my own game. I'm taking a team that's got the same damn quarterback and running back to win it all. That's where I'm going. And that's why I went Chiefs and Lions before the season, and I will not deviate. I just can't. Until I don't have to. And at this point, throughout the entire weekend, I'm sitting back with my feet up on the desk and a cigar lit like Red Auerbach. I don't have to worry about this weekend because I chose the 1 seeds prior to the season, and here we go. And 76% of the Super Bowls have at least one of the 1 seeds in them.
Good stat.
Thanks for the call, Nick.
As a diehard Eagles fan, I definitely would lean towards the running back.
I'm sure you would. But I'm also saying it's a team with the same quarterback and a new running back. The only team with a new quarterback and a new running back is Minnesota, right? Wouldn't you say?
I think so.
With both?
I think that is correct.
Yeah.
And to balance it out, I put in because of the year Sam Darnold had. No disrespect to Aaron Jones.
Thanks for the call, Nick. Great food for thought here to wrap us up. Yeah, because Bo Nix and Jaden Daniels have the same running backs.
Right.
Or the Broncos and
Javonte.
Right, and Washington. Although they did add Austin Eckler.
They added Eckler, yeah, but B-Rob was the main guy last year.
Right. Yeah. You want to chime in on this one?
I like this one.
TJ? If you got to stick with it, team with a new quarterback or a new running back?
I mean, I said the Vikings earlier, so
I would have to go with new running back because that means they've got the same quarterback, and it's a quarterback-driven league that's been in it before, right?
Agreed.
That means it's Philadelphia. It means it's
Green Bay,
Houston, and Baltimore.
Do we have a list of
there you go.
teams that have won the Super Bowl with the brand new quarterback in his first year with them?
I have the ability to ask somebody who could know that.
Tom Brady.
Good one.
True.
Good one.
Welcome to Staples.
I am so pumped. My business is going to kill it this year.
Awesome. How can I help?
First, a new computer.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you save big on tech.
And new posters.
Save on custom printing, too.
And,
a new chair?
A chair? Who has time to sit?
Maybe all your new clients?
Now you're talking.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you'll find huge savings on custom prints, storage, chairs, and tech. And now save up to $175 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 2/1.
Whether you're ordering wings for the game, whipping up a 7-layer dip, or ordering pizza, there's something about football that makes you want to eat. And this football season, Uber Eats has the best deals on game day food no matter what you're craving. From 2-for-1 pizza to buy one, get one wings, Uber Eats will be dropping new deals each week all season long. Uber Eats, the official on-demand delivery partner of the NFL. Order now for game day. Terms and conditions apply. See app for details.
The Greg Hudson Show.
Scotty Robinson.
When you look back at your playing days, what was one of your first memories of meeting this guy, Coach Greg Hudson?
To be honest, I tried to stay away from Coach Hud as much as I could my freshman year because I knew Coach Hud would only accept what the standard was. And I was too much about Scotty Robinson at that time really to understand what that meant. So you really had to prepare yourself to be held accountable every single day in the good and the bad. And once we figured that out, Coach Hud was absolutely one of my favorite people.
The Greg Hudson Show, exclusively on the Pirate Radio TV channel on YouTube.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Hunting season is officially open, and a great way to enjoy that postseason hunt celebration is with a Busch Light. As cold and smooth as the mountain stream, Busch Light is that perfect sip after a day spent in the great outdoors. Grab a case today. Celebrate the hunt with Busch Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Busch Light, please drink responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light, St. Louis, Missouri.
Enjoy the warm air circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
This is Martin Truex Jr., and as a NASCAR Cup Series champion, I love one-stop shopping. When I need fresh tires or fuel during a race, my pit crew takes care of everything. Off the track, I have an Auto Owners independent agent. They handle all my insurance in one place: car, home, life, and business. Get your own pit crew and find a local agency with Auto Owners Insurance.
This is Brian Smith with Town Insurance in Greenville. Call me today at 756-8300. Go Pirates!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier restaurant and bourbon authority. Jefferson's, Basil Hayden, Woodford Reserve, and a Midwinter Night's Dram are just a few of the incredible bourbon options. The Rick House features the very best steaks and fresh, made-from-scratch pastas. The Rick House can host your corporate event or special parties in the 3,000-square-foot banquet hall. Join the Rick House for Sunday brunch from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. and for the wine tastings on the last Friday of every month. The Rick House.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs. Like passing that drug test? Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. With weekly events like trivia, karaoke, comedy, open mic, movie night, and, of course, all your favorites: flour, merch, carts, edibles, and wellness products. Whatever you need to legally take the edge off, we've got your vibe covered. Order online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington.
Can you be quiet, please? Thank you.
Welcome to Pirate Radio Live.
We believe. Not only did we win the fight, we won the game. Hell yeah!
Clip, what's up? It's Bryce.
I heard you say that, and I would have to agree with you, to be honest.
Wait, what? You agree with me?
I agree.
Yeah. Flip that, Shirley.
Miss Shirley, have you scanned your MVV card back on Pirate Radio? Now!
Have you scanned your MVP card? I have a gourd, son. I sit there every day.
That's a tater right there.
It's a damn tater. So you're the You can't say that.
This is the worst human being I've ever known.
You know what? We're good.
Now live from the Pirate Radio studios in the heart of the Pirate Nation, here is your host, Clip Brock.
Welcome in to a, dare I say, Victory Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Clip Rock here inside the Pirate Radio studios, coming to you on Pirate Radio 92.7 FM in Greenville, 104.1 in Washington. We're on 1250, 930. Online, PR927FM.com. And we'd love for you to hang out with us on Pirate Radio TV on YouTube. What is on your mind? We've got college football playoff action tonight and Friday. NFL playoffs coming up this weekend. A Pirate basketball victory last night. So a lot of great stuff to discuss on today's show. You can be a part of it on Pirate Radio TV. So come join us there. Also, new edition of the Holton Naylor Show with Coach Shank, Steve Shankweiler, joining Holton and Caden Norman. Caden Norman was going to join us today, but no, he's out in Vegas. The Holton Naylor Show has gone to Las Vegas. So maybe we'll check in with those guys today or tomorrow, see how they're doing. We will go out to Miami in about 20 minutes or so and see what Zach Kaplan and fake Zach Kaplan are up to as Zach gets ready to watch his Nittany Lions in the Orange Bowl tonight. Chandler and Zach are on the scene. We'll do a live check-in coming up later on in hour number 1. Hour 2, Kevin Monroe will join us. He was on the call for Rajay's run and the Pirates' victory over NC State. We'll get his thoughts on the Military Bowl. There's been a lot of social media posts by East Carolina lately at all the area high schools, and that has led to Holton Ahlers saying there's only one school in the county to recruit, that being D.H. Conley, to which people replied with a picture of Kevin Monroe, who went to Rose. So there's a lot of fun chatter on social media now about local area schools. We'll get Kevin's thoughts on that. How does East Carolina do recruiting the local talent, and how important is that? So we'll talk about that. We'll talk NFL playoffs and more with K-Mo coming up in hour number 2. Jeff Nadu has some playoff picks for us. We'll talk to the big man coming up in hour number 2 as well. And Coach Hud, his Golden Domers, playing tonight. We'll get his Penn State Notre Dame pick, talk Ohio State, Texas, and all of bowl season and the world of college athletics with Coach Hud, Greg Hudson. We got Shirley Rhodes here. We've got J-Bone, Jared Watkins here. Intern Grayson here wearing one of the loudest pink shirts I've ever seen. That is a loud pink. We'll have to get that on camera at some point. And to my left, the big boss man himself, Jonathan Ellerby. Hello, Ellerby.
Hey, what's up, Clipper? Was smiling when you were talking about Holton Ahlers and the local recruit. It's kind of hard to position. I know Holton's just having fun on Twitter about D.H. Conley being the only school. Kevin Monroe, obviously, Will Bland, the head coach over there. Yep. I think of even the head coach at North Pitt right now, CJ Wilson. Shirley's Farmville Central's got Morris Foreman. There's been a lot of South Central's had its good football players that have come there and worn the Pirate uniform as well. So certainly,
Futrell and had a few of those guys.
So certainly a lot of local talent. Jonathan Williams from Rose as well.
Keontae Anderson, a South Central product.
So definitely D.H. Conley has fed.
Hey, look, Dixon Williams. We got baseball guys too, So Bryant Packard, I think Holton's right. I think Conley's a cut above the rest.
Yes. And then I was also laughing, too, when you were doing the rundown at the Holton Ahlers show in Las Vegas, the Chandler Honeycutt show in Miami.
Yeah.
And then I'm just looking at Studio B. And then, J-Bone's Las Vegas, Shirley's Miami. So we've kind of got our own Las Vegas and Miami, and then Grayson with her loud pink shirt. She's representing Roxborough. So we're all over the map here on Pirate Radio.
Ellerby, where'd you go to high school?
I went to Broughton High School.
Broughton.
I don't believe I've seen a tweet from Broughton High School yet. I don't know. Maybe the Caps aren't getting any love out of the 919 right now. But I have seen that they've been at Millbrook and some of the other places. So they're recruiting. Brandon Simmons, I know you had him on the program. He was once at Millbrook, so I know he's been a successful high school coach.
I have watched Broughton play in Minges, Ellerby, years and years ago. Watched them in the Eastern Regional when they had Shavlik Randolph, because I had heard all about him and wanted to go see him, and saw him play in Minges. He then went on to Duke. But, Broughton, I know that, I guess, what are they, good in hoops? And
Pistol Pete Maravich.
There you go.
Went to Broughton, if you've ever heard of his name, kind of a guy that's been known for basketball.
The Pistol.
Broughton football was not very good when I was in high school, and I don't know if they've ever really been great, and they've been really good at tennis and golf over the course of the years of the inside the beltline sports, but not really. And hoops, they've had their moments. Obviously, Shavlik Randolph was one of those, but soccer has always been a pretty good strength at Broughton High School, but have not seen them. I'm trying to think if there's been a famous football player to come out of Broughton, and nothing comes to the top of my tongue right now.
I like to have like a question of the week. Maybe I'll do that moving forward the next few weeks. Where'd you go to high school, and who are your most famous alums? I'll ask all our guests. Greg Hudson could talk about that for hours, because he does pretty much every day when he joins us about Moeller High School there in Ohio, because they have had some legends there. Ellerby, we got some news here in a moment, but some breaking news here, Shirley. Friend of the show, can you get the Mike Keith cut ready? The Chandler doing the Mike Keith impression to Mike Keith. One of our favorite guys, Mike Keith, Tennessee Titans voice, actually joined us on Pirate Radio Live, and it was an awesome interview. Mike Keith will not return as the Titans voice. Chad put this in the chat, and I'm just seeing it on social media now. He will now be the voice of the Tennessee Volunteers. So Mike Keith, do we have the cut of Mike Keith on the show and Chandler doing his Mike Keith impression to Mike Keith?
I literally go and listen to your highlights on YouTube, but I see a lot of there are no flags on the field, and of course you've got. I love how Mike, you also do this where. You seem so calm until that Titan gets into the end zone. So you're going, you got to the 30, to the 20, to the 10, in zone, touchdown, Titans. And also,
you got to give me a sack, Chandler. Give me a sack.
Sack.
Yes. What do you think, Mike? Pretty good.
I think he's pretty good. I gotta say.
He's pretty good. But Mike Keith joined us on the show. I just saw that news. So he'll be the voice of the Volunteers, and going to miss him on the Titans call. Had some great Chris Johnson calls back in the day.
Yeah, so Chandler missed out on the opportunity to replace Gary Hahn. Maybe the opportunity to replace this guy at the Tennessee Titans could be.
Look, it's 2025 where everybody's doing different things. Deion's Trent Dilfer's a coach. Like, how about bringing a guy to just impersonate the previous voice at a discount? Chandler, you could pay Chandler a lot less, I'm assuming, than Gary Hahn or Mike Keith got paid. What if they had a Mike Keith impersonator as their new voice? I think that'd be awesome.
And I've heard Chandler, kind of likes the nightlife now, up in the Military Bowl down in Miami. Broadway Street in Nashville.
Yeah.
Like the number one bachelorette capital of the world. I think the Chan Man could be playing his hand right out of Pirate Radio to Nashville.
We'll have to talk to him about that.
Yeah, that's you have to put that on the table. I'd hate to lose him here, but it'd just be an opportunity that he couldn't turn down.
Chad says he's been in the Titans booth since 1998.
Wow.
We do have a Broughton basketball player, Ellerby. And I like this guy. He was a good one. He's joined us since his playing days here on Pirate Radio. But Prince Williams, the former Pirate point guard.
Yeah, and Brock Young.
Oh, wow.
And
two great point guards.
Went to Broughton. I thought that was who they
ECU's all-time assist leader.
Yeah.
I believe Brock Young there. All right. Ellerby, we've got news. We were, first of all, Parker Bird was going to join us today, but he's not here.
Yeah, Parker Bird, for some reason, I guess they had ECU baseball duties this afternoon. So Parker Bird is rescheduled for Friday. He'll join us on Friday's show on Pirate Radio Live. The Parker Bird Show coming to Pirate Radio, Episode 1, expected to drop this weekend. So looking forward to that. Parker will be here Friday on Pirate Radio Live to drop the details with all the information about his show. So excited about that. And we were really excited, and the Pirate Nation was fired up about our event this weekend with Rajay Harris, who's going to be at Shimmer Boutique. But due to the weather that is developing on Friday evening and Saturday, we are going to postpone that event with Rajay Harris to prevent him from having to travel in the weather. He is back at home training to become an NFL star, and so we are going to postpone so Rajay does not have to travel, and also the Pirate Nation does not have to get on the roads. It just doesn't look like it's going to be safe conditions according to all the reports that we've been following. So in works right now to reschedule Rajay. We've got some really cool things planned for Rajay when he does reschedule this event for Shimmer Boutique again. So it'll be coming very soon. I know Shimmer's been getting phone calls all day. We've gotten some inquiries here at the radio station. So as of right now, the event is just postponed. As I said, Rajay is also supposed to be on the show on Friday, so hopefully we'll have all the details of the new date and time at Shimmer Boutique coming up on Friday's program. If not before, you can follow us on our social media where the news will break if it's not here on this program.
All right, so those are the news items, the bulletins
yes.
get across today.
It's a busy weekend, a lot of football to watch. So
and listen to.
We'll have all the NFL games on Pirate Radio. So follow us on our social media for the updates on the Parker Bird Show, and follow us on social media for the updates of the rescheduled Rajay Harris event. So looking forward to having him back in Greenville, and I know a lot of people are going to be wanting to meet him, so that's why we didn't want to prevent people with the weather that is going to be developing over the next 24, 48 hours, and hopefully everybody will be safe out there. So certainly you never know when the snow and the precipitation and the ice and stuff gets in, just stay at home if you don't have to be on the roads till things thaw out.
All right, good stuff, LRB. And, man, I did not think I'd be sitting here today talking about an East Carolina basketball victory, but the Pirates put together a 48-point second half and come back and knock off the Temple Owls 80-79. Jarrett Watkins was there. And J-Bone, big second half for R.J. Felton, right?
Yeah, it kind of just felt – I mean, there was a lot of errant shots, kind of just the ECU basketball you've been used to this season. But there in the second half, it just kind of felt like RJ was like, this is my game, this is my team, give me the ball, let me take this over.
My guy, stat sheet stuffer, Jay Shane. 15 points, 5 boards, 2 assists, 2 blocks, 2 steals.
Game-winning shot, too.
I mean, I like it from the Rook.
I mean, he was all over the place, man. Like, there was one point where it's like, all right, it's about to be an ECU turnover, and he just flies like Superman and takes that ball and just throws it right up on the other dude.
18-9 for C.J. Walker, who you said got in some foul trouble. In fact, fouled out of the game last night.
I think like 8 minutes left in the first half, he got to 3. So there in the first half, he was out for most of it.
Jamal Mashburn Jr. had 22. How good was he watching him live?
He didn't really stand out. ECU did a good job of limiting him. I mean, even though, he shot 50% from 3, had 22 points, but he wasn't noticeable on the court last night.
Pirates get it done. And again, not a great three-point shooting night. 5 of 20, better from the free throw line, 17 of 22.
Yeah, they're late. It kind of looked like the FAU game again, where we get 2 free shots and both of them clank off the rim. But, it was nice to pull one out.
11 turnovers. I guess you can live with that. Not terrible.
Look, I mean, anytime the Pirates win, it doesn't there's no negative. It doesn't matter if the other team scored the winning basket in our goal. It doesn't matter. It's a win. It was an important this team needed a win in Minges. It could not have hit the road this weekend without this W. So maybe it'll give them some confidence, and who knows, on the road that they can just play lights out or oblivious and do something crazy in Memphis.
Well, it's good to get a win going into Memphis because it's looking like it might be a blowout.
Yeah, well, look.
We're light on the bench. 4 guys out with illness.
Yeah, I mean, the odds are always stacked against East Carolina on the road. I mean, how many times do we hear Jeff Charles talk about
it's a house of horrors.
Yeah, it's just, but definitely for the home fans and anyone, any way it happened. I mean, fire alarms go off, whatever it takes to get a win in Minges. It doesn't matter.
That fire alarm kind of got us it went off for the first 3 minutes. We shoot 60%, knocking down some threes. After they turned the fire alarm off, we made 1 3.
The rally alarm. We got to get that going every game.
We were up 20-13. It looked like a new team.
Cancel no quarter promotion. Start the fire alarm promotion.
Yeah.
So travel plans changed a little bit with the weather. What'd you say? The Pirates?
Yeah, they were supposed to leave tomorrow afternoon and have a full day of practice today, but they had to leave this morning. 8 inches of snow expected in Memphis.
Yeah.
Wow.
Won't be a lot of walking in Memphis, will there, LRB?
Jeez.
Snowballs in Memphis.
No, I told Grady, I was like, y'all might be there an extra few days.
Yeah, I'm sledding in Memphis. All right, Pirates win. All right, that's fun. Let's do some more of that. East Carolina moving to 9-7, 1-2 in conference play, as Jared says. Memphis coming up on Saturday at 2, and then back home Tuesday night 7:00 against the Mean Green of North Texas,
and then back on the road again at Wichita and at Tulsa. So the Pirates with a tough stretch of 3 of 4 on the road. As we said, so if they can somehow figure out something in Memphis, number 19 in the country, I think right now, so it's going to be a tall task with the snow. Maybe the snow should just prevent East Carolina from going. Just say, look, we're just going to stay home. We can't make it.
Did East Carolina creep into the top 9 poll? Clip and Ken Watlington's top 9. We'll find out next week.
If there was a heart poll, they'd be number 1.
Thank you for saying that, Jared. That means a lot. All right, we'll hear some Mike Schwartz comments. I want to hear about the near fight in Section 213 that I missed out on last night. We'll get into that later on in the show, but I'm going to take a timeout so we get to Zach Kaplan and Chandler Honeycutt. Ellerby?
Yeah, thanks for having me on. I was hoping to come on and promote the great weather and event we're going to have this weekend, but we're still going to have a great event with Rajay Harris. It's just been postponed for right now. Stay tuned to this program and stay tuned to our social media for all the details. And remember, Parker Bird coming your way Friday on Pirate Radio Live to talk about the new Parker Bird Show coming to Pirate Radio. So lots of good things happening. Appreciate everybody listening and following us with all the latest, and look forward to hearing the Miami report and maybe the Las Vegas report from the Holt Naylor Show.
J-Bone, no Hornets tonight. NBA postponing Lakers Hornets. Sham saying J.J. Redick lost his home in the fire out there. So a lot going on in L.A. with that. No Hornets basketball tonight as they look for 2 in a row, believe it or not. We'll take a break, come back, and check in with Zach and Chanman down in Miami after this.
The best burgers around. Everyone loves a thick, juicy, and fresh burger. Tiebreakers does real burgers better than anybody. And don't forget about the cheese sticks, fresh salads, and more. So don't just go to any burger-themed restaurant chain. It's time to break the chain and eat local. Tiebreakers, burgers and sports at its best.
Go Pirates! Arr!
Here we go!
Doug Henry of Greenville would like to say thank you from the whole entire team for a record-breaking year. We could not have done it without all of our wonderful customers. Doug Henry always has new inventory arriving daily. Doug Henry of Greenville, easy to find on the corner of Greenville Boulevard and Memorial Drive, and always online at DougHenryGreenville.com. Happy 2025, Pirate Nation.
This is proud ECU alumni David Price of David Price Construction. As a leading general contracting firm, we specialize in commercial construction and renovation. Whether it's updating your office space, renovating your restaurant, or building a new retail store, our team at David Price Construction is ready to assist. We are committed to delivering quality, value, and customer satisfaction across all of our projects. So give us a call at 919-820-3612 or find us online at davidpriceconstruction.com. Go Pirates!
Are you ready for some outdoor fun? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Is your office printer on the fritz? Don't wait days for a repair. This is Walker Allen Voliva with CopyPro, where we promise fast 3-hour service on all of your copy equipment. No need to press 1 for English for an overseas service line. All of our calls are answered right here in Greenville. Plus, we offer a free office printing analysis to help you cut cost and boost efficiency. We'll show you exactly how to save money on ink, toner, and energy. For reliable, fast service, call CopyPro today at 1-800-682-6558 and see how we can help your office run more efficiently. CopyPro, fast service, smarter printing, bringing more value to your business.
University PC Care in Greenville and New Bern has been serving the tech repair needs of Eastern North Carolina since 2006. And as one of the only Apple authorized service providers east of Raleigh, all our technicians are Apple certified, and we only use genuine Apple parts. Your iPhone and Mac warranties are safe with us. Have questions or need service? Call 252-558-1280 or visit us online at universitypccare.com. University PC Care, your one-stop shop for service on everything Apple.
Craving a delicious burger and a great deal? Then head on over to Bad Daddy's Burger Bar in Greenville. Every Monday, shake things up with $5 hand-shaking cocktails. On Rough Draft Tuesday, enjoy talls for smalls, where bigger drinks are the same price as the smalls. It's Whiny Wednesday with $3 pours of barefoot wine. Then on Salty Thursdays, sip on a $4 house margarita. And don't miss Bloody Sunday. Enjoy brunch and $5 house Bloody Marys.
And this just in at Bad Daddy's, mention Pirate Radio for 15% off your meal.
Bad Daddy's Burger Bar. Great food, amazing deals, and a whole lot of flavor.
Pirate Radio is your radio home for the NFL playoffs. Tune in Saturday as the Chargers take on the Texans.
Snap to Herbert, drops deep, throws deep down the left side, over the shoulder, diving catch by Darius Davis in the end zone. Touchdown Chargers.
And after that, it's the Steelers at the Ravens in an AFC North showdown.
Jackson runs to his right. He's going to lane 40, 35-30, down the near sideline. Jackson on his way to the end zone. Touchdown Ravens.
Catch all the playoff action right here on Pirate Radio, your radio home for Super Bowl 59.
Pirate Radio, proudly serving the Pirate Nation for over 20 years. We are the voice of the Pirate Nation. You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Washington's favorite place to eat and where all the locals go is down on Main Street. Down on Main Street's famous weekday lunch specials are only $7.99. Stop by for the house salad with grilled chicken, the half club sandwich with chips, or everyone's favorite, the fried shrimp plate. After work, Down on Main Street is the perfect spot for dinner and drinks on the patio. Join Down on Main every Wednesday for half-price wings from 4 p.m. to close. Down on Main Street in historic downtown Washington. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Shirley, I sent you the digits of one Zach Kaplan. Can you give him a call, please?
Yes, sir.
All right, welcome back into the show. Clip Rock here on a Thursday, on a college football playoff Thursday. Penn State and Notre Dame tonight. Great classic team uniform matchup. Wonder who's home and away. Let's see. Penn State is on the bottom on the scoreboard and the higher seed, so I guess they'll be home. So I'm assuming they'll be rocking their dark blue, while Notre Dame will be in the white unis tonight. But should be a great uniform matchup. Same for Ohio State, Texas. We got kind of a classic teams matchup here, and some pretty good teams. Ohio State may be better than the rest, but I like tonight because it's a true pick 'em. We'll hear what Nadu has to say, Kevin Monroe later. Know some folks on the Penn State side. I'm gonna stick with the Irish, and I'm not super comfortable about that. We'll check the vibe of Zach Kaplan, who joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line, live from Miami. Zach, how you doing, man?
I'm great, Clip. Good to be with you. It's beautiful weather down here. About to head to the stadium and just excited to get this game going. Pretty nervous, to be honest. Probably the biggest Penn State game I've played in my lifetime, I think, is the Twitter consensus.
Yeah. Have you talked to any friends? You got any alums, people you know, going down there? You going to meet, have any fun tailgates or anything?
Yeah, actually, so we're heading over there. We got a couple of different tailgates we're going to hit, and Alex Gilliland, who you would know and who folks in Greenville might remember, he's down here at the game, former WITN sports guy.
We called him Alex Walker TV when he was here, but yeah.
That's right, yeah, no, people would know him as Alex Walker, but so he's down here. He drove down from Orlando, so I'm going to try to see him and just see as many friends as I can as we kind of get ready to tailgate and go in.
Tell Alex I said hello. And Zach, let me ask you this. Have you had your first alcoholic beverage of the day?
I'm proud to say I haven't.
Good. Man, I'm happy to hear that. Because now, even if you start like at 4 o'clock, I think you'll be okay at kickoff. But I would recommend starting a little later than that. But look, you're your own man. You're an adult. You can make your own decisions. But I need you 100% at kickoff tonight.
Oh, yeah. I think we have a good game plan there. Just like, hey, let's, you got to remember you're here for the game, and actually wanting to remember it and enjoy the experience. Because Penn State just hasn't been here, doesn't get here often. So, not trying to let that ruin it. That's what I'm saying.
Let's get boring and talk keys to the game. What are the keys tonight for Notre Dame, Penn State? I got one for you from the Notre Dame side, Zach. That's not let Penn State do what they've done the previous 2 playoff games, and that's jump out early, because Notre Dame seems like a classic play from ahead team. If they get behind and Riley Leonard has to throw, that could be a recipe for disaster for the Fighting Irish. So Notre Dame needs a good first and second quarter. How about on the Penn State side? What are some keys in your eyes?
Yeah, I think with Penn State, the biggest thing is they got to be able to contain Riley Leonard in the run game. That's kind of the thing I'm most worried about. How you doing? It's kind of what I'm most worried about is if they can do that, I think they'll be okay. I just think I'm worried defensively if they'll have Abdul Carter or not. They're saying true game time decision. I mean, he's a huge difference maker for them. So it's, a little nervous about that, because that would really hurt their ability to generate a pass rush. But if they can control Leonard in the run game and kind of jump on the Irish like they have in the first 2 games, I mean, the Notre Dame people's point, I think they'll be fine. I think they can do it. I think so.
High-scoring game, low-scoring game. What do you think tonight, Zach?
Low scoring.
Okay.
I think Penn State's defense will come up big for them in the second half, and I'm hoping it's the difference in the game. I think we have the better defense. I know people say they haven't been tested in the playoff, but Ashton Genty was a pretty good test for the run defense at least, and they bottled him up better than anyone has all year.
Zach Kaplan joining us live from Miami. He's heading to the Orange Bowl to see Penn State take on Notre Dame. Is Chandler around you, Zach?
He is. He is sitting right next to me.
Can I talk to him real quick?
Sure can.
Thank you, Zach.
Hello there.
Suit. Salesman. What's up? What's up, buddy?
Hey, you guys. How y'all doing today?
We are doing good. You doing all right?
Yeah, I'm fine.
All right. Sound a little low key.
I have not. I have not had my first alcoholic beverage today. I am taking it easy for now.
When did you have your last one? Last night or this morning?
Let's say this morning, and that was probably about 2:30.
Ooh, you are living the Miami life, my guy.
Sir, yes. Late into the night, early in the morning.
Which those parties go, that's like a normal Miami night, right?
That's early for a Miami night.
We headed back to the room about 3:00, and I mean the casino was still full and people still enjoying some adult beverages down there. But I had to tap out because we had been going at it since about 1:30 yesterday, 1:00.
All right,
Jared Watkins, ladies and gentlemen.
Chandler, can you just describe the mess that Zach made at dinner last night? That the videos you sent me.
Yes, I cannot wait to get back and show you guys. But yeah, let's just say he enjoyed dinner. We all did.
What happened?
I'll show you the videos, but like Joe and Chandler's side of the table is clean white tablecloth, and Zach is just like green, red.
Was he a pig?
But no, I would say he overindulged and really enjoyed his meal. And I couldn't finish my steak. I said, "You want my steak?" He said, "Give it to me." I said, "All right, there you go."
Did you have some of the best steak you've ever had?
It was the best steak I ever had.
Did you hear the big news today? We talked about it segment 1. You probably weren't listening, but huge news in the NFL announcing world.
I did see this. I did.
Man.
In fact, I found out because I got on Instagram, and of course, me and Mike Keith go way back.
Yeah, y'all are Instagram friends.
Good friend of mine and a friend of the program. But when I got on Instagram, the first post I see is a post about him being the new voice of the Tennessee Volunteers. So he is Mr. Tennessee. I think he grew up a Tennessee Vols fan, and it's going to be weird not hearing him, call games for the Titans. He's been doing it since they've been a franchise in the league in 1998. So, but good for him. I don't know if this is a demotion. I guess it is, but
demotion. I don't know. What do you think? I don't think it's a demotion.
Going from the NFL to
the voice of the Volunteer. So what do you think? They fired him and he just landed on his feet? He's deciding to take this job.
Yeah, I know. That makes sense. But I don't know. I just thought that maybe that's what he would do for the rest of the time. But I guess the spot opened up, and I did see he's going to be doing football and basketball. So, and here at East Carolina, we're still trying to find somebody to do that. Wish we could have jumped on Mike Keith. That would have been cool. But no, congratulations to our friend Mike Keith.
I am advocating for you to be the next voice of the Titans as a Mike Keith impersonator.
Oh, my God, yes.
I mean, I feel like it's 2025. It's time to do something outside the box like that. And if you can't be the Gary Hahn impersonator in Raleigh, maybe you should be the Mike Keith impersonator.
Right. To the 40, to the 30, to the 10, to end zone. Touchdown, Titans.
Just don't stay up till 3 a.m. drinking the night before a game. You're a little off.
Oh, dude! If I do take the job for the Titans, I know they're building a new stadium with a casino in it, so that might not be a good job for me.
John, Jamie has a question. Are Zach and Chandler sharing a room?
We are. We're roommates.
How's that going? How's Zach as a roommate? Does he talk in his sleep?
No, I don't. I was asleep, but he said I snore real bad. So, but he's a good roommate.
Jared, why did you put Penn State sympathizer? Just put fan or alum.
All right.
Why you got to be so harsh, man?
Yeah, Javon thinks he's funny. I saw my description yesterday.
He thinks he's funny, Chandler. This guy thinks he's funny over here.
I'm funny to myself, and that's all that matters.
Funny how?
Yeah, am I a clown? Do I amuse you?
Is that Rodney Dangerfield over there?
Hey, no respect.
No respect. Also, Noah says, I bet Chon is swimming in it. Needs a snorkel. I have no idea what he's talking about there.
I don't know what I'm swimming in. It's definitely not money.
All right. Chandler and Zach, how excited are you, man? Are you like a Penn State? Do you have your like Bill Cosby honorary degree like Temple gave him? And are you like Bill Cosby in other ways?
The pudding.
Are you a big knit tonight?
Yes, I am. I do have a parlay on the Nets tonight, and need them to win. Need their running back to get in the end zone.
End zone.
End zone. Need 60 yards from him, and I need 50 yards receiving from Trey Wallace.
All right.
We'll pay a pretty penny. So hopefully, I am all on the Nets tonight. So, and I've got my Nittany Lions colors on.
Sean's got that Penn State parlay and that the Nittany Lions gear on as well. You boys have fun. Be safe. When you getting back?
We're going to just wake up call at 5:00 in the morning. Heading back to, I believe, Charlotte, Raleigh. They're going to Charlotte and then back into Greenville. If no delays, we should be back around 2:00. And if that's the case, I will be joining you guys tomorrow on Pirate Radio Live and recapping the Orange Bowl with you guys.
Dude, that sounds like hell. I mean, if they win tonight, Zach's going to go insane and y'all are going to party. Y'all might not sleep.
No, Zach actually said if they win that he will stay up all night.
Yeah.
If that's the case, he might as well just stay up all night.
I could see that happening. Pirate Hoops gets a win there, Chon.
Yes, sir. How about them Pirates?
Yeah, got a nice dub. How's Joe doing, by the way?
Joe's doing great.
Is he around?
Yes.
Can I talk to Joe?
Oh, gosh. Joe, don't say anything stupid. You be on the air.
I just want to ask him.
No, hey, I'm chaperoning this event.
Joe, what in the world is it like to be trying to handle Zach and Chandler for a few days?
Man, I tell you, they've been on their best behavior. Haven't had to reprimand them for anything yet.
Yeah, had to send them to their room or ground them yet?
Nope. They're getting along good. They're playing nice together, and I think they're just enjoying the experience, taking it all in. It's a lot to see when you don't get out and see cool stuff. You know what I mean? Everybody works all the time, and I brought them down. I introduced them to some food they probably haven't had in a long time. Nice steak, some seafood, and these kids now, I think that's all they want now is 5-star food. And
yeah, you gave them a taste of the.
I gave them a taste of the real world food, and now that's all they want to do.
All right, JoJo. Well, prayers up for you, man. Try to keep these guys safe for one more night.
And look, we're having a good time, and we're going to go enjoy the Orange Bowl. and hopefully we leave here with Zach a very happy man.
Yes, sir. All right, JoJo. Let me get Zach, and we'll wrap it up.
Hold on 1 second. Here's Zach.
Yeah.
That's
All right.
Zach Clip.
All right, Zach, wrapping it up. How bad was Chandler snoring, Zach?
It was vocal, but I mean, it was more. I took the nap. I fell asleep. Shouldn't have taken a nap when I did. Just bad call on my part, and then just I had Seinfeld. We had Seinfeld reruns playing in the background. Thought it would put me to sleep, at some point, but I don't know. Chandler snoring, not as loud as Elaine Bennis yelling at Jerry. So
Maybe they'll give you a MetLife windbreaker. Is that what it was? No. What was the windbreaker that they? Yeah, I don't know. Or maybe the Joel Rifkin will be at the game.
Yeah, Joel Rifkin.
Was it Rifkin or Ripkin?
We got 2 tickets for.
we'll try to make sure Keith Hernandez doesn't.
Yeah, no spitting.
Nice game, pretty boy.
All right, Zach. So yeah, I guess, are you planning, if you need to just kind of stay up till 5 o'clock when you got to leave town?
I don't know if I will last that long. I might need to take a little nap.
Yeah.
But I think, I'm sure I'll be fine tomorrow. We'll just power through into the weekend.
Well, good luck, buddy. Have fun, and I'm happy for you. You can experience this. So good luck. Enjoy it, and we'll talk to you next week, man.
Yeah, absolutely. We'll bring some stories back for sure. Go Knits, and see if they're not playing in the national championship. Talk about that next week, hopefully.
Yes, sir. Thank you, Zach. See you, buddy.
Thanks, Clip.
All right, there is Zach Kaplan, WNCT Channel 9, Penn State alum. And he and Sean are painting the town navy this weekend, or this midweek. It's weird. What day is it? It is Thursday. It is Penn State Notre Dame coming up tonight in the Orange Bowl. What bowl game would you like to go to, Jarrett, the most between the Orange, the Fiesta, the Sugar, the Cotton? Did I leave any out?
The
Peach.
Rose Bowl.
Rose.
I would love to go to the Rose Bowl.
Those are the 6. So you would take Rose number 1.
I'm a big venue guy. Like anything historic is where I want to go.
I would like Orange Bowl because it is outdoors. A lot of the others are all indoors, right?
Rose Bowl's outside.
I know that.
Okay.
I'm putting that up there with the Rose Bowl.
Yeah.
Did you think, like, for a split second that I thought the Rose Bowl was in a dome?
Yes.
Come on, dude. But, yeah, Sugar. Cotton is Cotton outdoors, or is that Jerry World now?
I think that's Jerry World.
Yeah.
Or is that the Fiesta?
Fiesta is
that's Arizona, yeah,
which is in a dome. They can open it.
They can open the ceiling in there and Jerry World.
But, yeah, I would like either orange or rose. I guess rose. It looks pretty, I got to say, on TV.
I mean, I'm not a big travel guy, so I guess orange just to lighten up on the traveling. Because, God, there's no way there's a direct flight to wherever the Rose Bowl is, L.A., right?
Let's see what the weather is down there. Miami weather, 65, 0 precipitation, sunny.
God, it's like 19 here.
Very nice. It's going to be nice tonight for some football between the Nittany Lions and Fighting Irish. Let's take a break. We'll come back. More to go. Hour 1, Pirate Radio Live. Busy hour number 2 with Kevin Monroe and Jeff Nadu. Jamie says he doesn't envy the bathroom situation in that room. Well, y'all are so negative. Nobody's talking about Zach and Chandler taking dumps, so why would you bring it up? Why would you bring up a big, smelly, giant Chandler dump when nobody's talking about it? That's why. Exactly. That's why I hate doing this show sometimes. I'm talking sports, previewing games. Y'all want to talk about giant Chandler turds. All right, we'll be back after this.
Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about our newest technologies and treatments. Learn more at beautybarmedispa.com, Red Banks Road, Greenville. Enjoy your visit, love your transformation, and go Pirates.
Jimmy John's introduces the Smoked Cheddar Bourbon Club. Enjoy premium roast beef or turkey, crisp bacon, smoked cheddar cheese, and an all-new creamy sriracha bourbon sauce to take it up a notch. All on freshly baked French bread. This Smoked Cheddar Bourbon Club is here for a limited time, so get yours today in-store or on the app. Watch for Jimmy John's popular pickle chips coming soon and peppermint cookies in December. Jimmy John's on Fire Tower Road, Cotant Street, or Moy Boulevard in Greenville, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. People have been asking, what's new at New Blue? And I'm always glad to tell them that we now specialize in crawl space moisture control and encapsulations, along with septic system repairs and installations. As always, we offer plumbing, electrical, and HVAC, all while redefining service excellence. So go ahead, contact us at callnewblue.com. That's callnublue.com. Go Pirates.
Some days you hit snooze, but not today. Today you have to go on a run to get burgers for the tailgate. You've got to haul something heavy, a cooler stocked with Bud Light. When you've got beer and football, nothing is hard, until the other team scores. Bud Light, easy to drink, easy to enjoy. Enjoy responsibly. 21 plus, copyright 2024, Anheuser-Busch, Bud Light Beer, St. Louis, Missouri.
Save a load on a new John Deere compact utility tractor and loader from Quality Equipment. It's never been easier to get the best brand on the market at an unbeatable cash price or with great financing at our lowest ever monthly payment. Now is the time to get that tractor package you've been dreaming of to get your next job done right. Stop by one of our 36 locations in North Carolina, South Carolina, and Virginia, or visit us online at qualityequip.com.
Greenville's hometown pizzeria is Cucinella's. Cucinella's has 2 locations with great options for lunch, dinner, takeout, and they now offer catering. Dine in for lunch with a slice, salad, and a drink with a friend, or stop by after work and grab a beer or glass of wine while you wait for your to-go order. The best pizza, grinders, salads, and homemade Italian ice is at Cucinella's. Cucinella's Midtown across from Best Buy, downtown across from Sup Dogs, and on Facebook and Instagram. Cucinella's, serving handcrafted pizza since 1932. Come taste the difference.
UBE and PireWare.com are proud to offer the Pirate Nation its largest inventory of ECU merchandise and tailgate supplies ever. UBE has the best prices in town, so that makes UBE your one-stop shop for all things ECU. UBE does daily restocks of Champion, Adidas, and Under Armour. Don't forget to bring your young Pirates to plunder the Crow's Nest, which is the only kids store dedicated to ECU. Plenty of free parking in downtown Greenville. Visit them online at PirateWare.com. Go Pirates!
Hi Pirates, this is Holton Ahlers. As I enter in a new season of life, it is still important to have a great team behind me. Whether you're going away to school for the first time, getting married, starting a family, or planning for your golden years, the choices can seem overwhelming and confusing. Let the team at Buck Insurance Agency make it easy as you enter into your next season. They have been helping people just like us for over 30 years. Give the Buck Insurance Agency a call today at 877-357-1966. Go Pirates.
This is Clip Brock, host of PRL, every weekday at 3, right here on Pirate Radio, the voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 1 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour is brought to you by Pirate Water. Get ready to party, pirates. Go to drinkpiratewater.com to find your new treasure. 21 and older only. Pirate Water. Why be yourself when you can be a pirate? Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local and print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. University Sportswear, the official sportswear provider of Pirate Radio. And are you in outside sales and looking for an opportunity to increase your earning potential? CopyPro has been in Eastern North Carolina for over 45 years and continues to grow each year. And they are in need of more sales professionals with a desire to potentially make a 6-figure income. Do you have what it takes? Visit copypro.net today to submit your resume and to learn more. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
I think that win last night got me excited for next Tuesday. East Carolina hosting North Texas, because the Mean Green put it on Rice last night, 81-59. North Texas is 11-4 this season, 2-1 in the American, and their next game will be against East Carolina. Pirates coming off an 80-79 victory over Temple. Mike Schwartz talked about it after the game. Here were his opening comments.
I'll start by saying how much respect I have for Adam Fisher and the Temple basketball program. I just think just tons of respect for their coaching staff, him as a head coach, and their program, the history of their program, and also their current program. Just words can't describe the respect I have for them from that standpoint. Hard-fought game. Feel very fortunate that we're able to come out of here with a possession win. We've been in possession games the first 3 games of conference play, and just obviously excited, and it's a different feel when you can go and find a way to win those games at the end. We know they come down to a play here, a play there, but I thought our guys, and as much as anybody, but other guys, continue to make winning process plays regardless of the score, and I thought that's how we flipped the game.
Mike Schwartz was asked by Patrick Mason, apparently, Jarrett, Pirates go to the basket more in the second half rather than shooting threes, and Patrick Mason asked Coach Schwartz about that.
Yeah, it's such a double-edged sword, because we came out tonight and, boy, it felt good to shoot the ball well to start the game, and we get off to a good start, unlike the other night. But we didn't talk any X's and O's at halftime. We talked no X's and O's, because we felt like, hey, this is more about how we are playing versus what we're doing. And we started the game out physical. We started the game out aggressive. I thought we got a little bit careless with our shot selection midway through the first half. That breeds confidence to the other team. And so when we went in at halftime, it was strictly about intensity, fight, physicality on both ends of the floor. We said we're going to guard 94 feet the whole half, and then we're going to attack the paint the whole half. And we're going to play off that, and let's just roll it out there and see what happens if we do that.
All right, Pirates victorious last night against the Owls.
I like them Pirates, baby!
There we go, Mike. RJ, 23-12 in the victory. East Carolina moving to 9-7 on the year, 1-2 in conference play. Memphis up next, followed by North Texas. And there is no American basketball until Saturday. In fact, the next AAC game, all these games tipping off at 2 o'clock Saturday, East Carolina, Memphis, Temple at Rice, South Florida at Tulane, also Wichita State, UTSA, and Charlotte, Tulsa will be coming up on Saturday as well. I'll tell you who will not be in the top 9 poll next week. That is Charlotte, who drops to 0-3 in American play with a loss last night to Florida Atlantic. FAU beats them 75-64, and Charlotte is now 7-9 on the year.
Jeez.
Not good.
The best thing about last night, though, I was learning that Temple had fans. I mean, there were people in, like, Pirate Radio's Twitter, like, commenting on that. And then that tweet I put out about they're almost being a fight had some guy talking a bunch of junk to me. I didn't realize that they were that passionate or even existed.
So you put something up about the near fight, and Temple fan responded, the Temple fan should have beat his blank.
Yeah.
FECU.
Yeah, and then I hit him with the "It's Always Sunny in Philadelphia." Oh, did somebody get addicted to crack? Oh.
Where does that anger come from for East Carolina? We have beaten Temple a few times.
Maybe because they should have won.
Says who? Says Vegas.
Says just how they've played so far this season and of recently. And I mean, you look at a lot of the numbers. It doesn't really look. I mean, they made 91% of their free throws, 56% of their threes. They shot better than us. It was just who wanted it more, I guess.
I'll tell you who wanted it more last night. The Pirates of Seton Hall. Down 15, down the entire game. They hit a 3 late, force overtime, and end up winning and covering 85-80 over DePaul. I gave that was my one random college basketball play I gave out with Danny Beal last night. lost a few others, including a UConn, because Caravan couldn't hit a free throw at the end of the game. He's got 2 free throws, down 1, misses them both, and Villanova escapes with a 68-66 win over UConn. NC State, a narrow victory last night as they knock off Notre Dame. Boy, Miami stinks. Jim Larinaga got out in the nick of time. Florida State beats Miami on the road 80-65. What did BJ do last night? Brandon Johnson, 2 points in 28 minutes. Did have 7 rebounds, 2 assists.
Miami was like
here.
4-point favorites yesterday. Was that it?
They were home favorites at 4-10.
Yeah. Against a 10-14. That's crazy.
And lost the game. Stanford, you had 2 Virginia teams heading to California. Did they share a flight? Virginia Tech lost to Stanford 70-59. Virginia lost to Cal 75-61. Oh, man. Leading scorer for Cal. Forgot about this. So Jamal Mashburn Jr. was in Minji's last night. Andrei Stojakovic was playing for the California Golden Bears and scored 23 points and did not shoot a three-pointer. This is the kid of Peja, right? But he was 6 of 11 from the field. Did all of his damage at the free throw line, 11 of 13. But Stojakovic with 23 last night in Cal's victory. Let's see, any top 25? Oh, yeah, Nadu will talk about Purdue and Rutgers later on. Couple of early-ish tips. Oregon at Ohio State at 6 o'clock. Purdue at Rutgers also at 6 o'clock. As you've got Purdue, a 3.5-point road favorite. Ohio State is a 2.5-point favorite over number 15, Oregon. Other Big Ten play tonight, Washington at Michigan State. Trying to get more into college hoops. But
ECU really helped me out with that last night.
Yeah.
That just fired me up.
Yeah. Man, it's fun to win. You start kind of looking at other scores and take a look at the standings and, like, yeah.
Football's winding down.
I got to give you credit. I've worn more Redskins / Commanders gear this year than I have since probably 2012. Usually I would put it in the closet and hide it away when we suck. You're wearing a Raiders hoodie and hat today.
Yeah, I almost pulled out the socks, but I decided to go with the wool socks today since it's so cold.
Is this in honor of the team firing their GM?
No, I mean, that happened when I got here. I was already wearing this.
Thoughts?
Kind of a head scratcher, but I don't know. I thought he did more good than bad this season. The only bad is like he couldn't get a quarterback. But I mean that we were at pick 13 and Washington wasn't going to trade, and that was really the downfall of that. That's why we didn't get Cliff Kingsbury. That's why Antonio Pearson no longer with the team. But I think Tom Telesco did a great job with the draft class that he had. DJ Glaze, Jackson Powers Johnson, Brock Bowers, of course, and then dumping that Devontae Adams contract and getting actually something for it. I thought that was a big move in itself, but I guess Tom Brady just wants to clean house and build this franchise in his image.
I'm not going to get excited about this because I don't think it'll happen, but I'm starting to see a little bit of it. Jared even brought it up today. Like, Lloyd Christmas, 1 out of 100, 1 out of 1,000,000. Is there any chance Bill Belichick leaves North Carolina for Las Vegas?
It was reported yesterday, like during the show, that Tom Brady had already reached out to Bill Belichick, and then later last night it was like he just wanted to pick his brains about the head coaching search process and all that. But why do you fire Tom Telesco after a pretty good season as the general manager unless you're going to go after a guy like Bill Belichick?
Man.
Unless you, I mean, obviously the thing would be you want to bring in a head coach and a GM together who are lockstep.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I don't know.
That would be the greatest thing ever if he
like
left North Carolina.
Brian Windhorst, fingers in the air, kind of want something to ponder.
Yeah, and Mike Florio likes to kick the dust up, so he put out a Belichick tweet today.
Yeah.
This opens the door or whatever.
And, I mean, the buyout only being $10 million. Mark Davis is a rich man.
Yeah.
Especially after moving to Vegas.
Well, let's take a break. As I do, I'll read some Adam Schefter tweets. 49ers completed an interview with Robert Saleh. I do it wrong every time. For their vacant defensive coordinator position.
Yep.
Kevin Seifert says Daniel Jones' first week on the Vikings 53-man roster follows Sam Darnold's worst performance. Kevin O'Connell has left the door open for him to be the number 2 quarterback Monday night. Could we see Daniel Jones in the playoffs?
I mean, Nick Mullins is the QB2 right now, so yeah.
That's what I'm hoping for. Shirley mentioned this earlier. Carson Beck is entering the transfer portal, not the NFL draft.
Well, he's opting out of the draft. He already declared for the draft, so he's opting out.
So he will definitely be playing college football next year.
I guess Miami.
I'm going to say Notre Dame because they have gone with like the transfer quarterback 1-year deal for like 3 years in a row.
Yeah, I mean, Oregon, Notre Dame, Miami. I think all 3 of those would be good guesses.
Let's take a break. Adam Schefter, okay, so Mike Lombardi was on Pat McAfee's show. He is the GM of North Carolina football. I keep forgetting that. He said NFL interest in Bill Belichick is a complete falsehood. All right. I'm going to keep it alive, though. No Zay Flowers for the Ravens coming up on Sunday. This is a good segment, just reading Adam Schefter tweets. You learn a lot. Back with you with Kevin Monroe when we return after this.
Chronic joint pain is exhausting, and that goes for ENC's football legend and all-time passing leader, David Garrard.
And it's not always just the physical part of it. Sometimes it's the mental part of it. You know something is about to kind of derail your normal day, what it was turning out to be a beautiful day. And you're like, I'm starting to feel some pain or clicking in my knee.
That's why the regenerative treatments of QC Kinetics has been so life-changing for thousands just like David Garrard. Their treatments provide long-term pain relief without surgery or downtime. Call QC Kinetics for your free consultation. 252-765-PAIN.
Here's a hint. At US Cellular, you can get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, so you can give your family the gift of connection.
How about the gift of good-smelling soap?
They buy their own soap. They want 4 free phones.
Maybe I'll get
4 free phones.
4 free phones.
Get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. US Cellular. Built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for US Cellular since 1997. Visit AtlanticWireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
If you're looking for a delicious home-cooked country breakfast or lunch, look no further than CD's Grill. CD's Grill in Winterville has the best country cooking around. Start your day with CD's mouth-watering homemade cheese biscuits, eggs cooked to order, and pancakes so big and fluffy there's no way you leave hungry. Open Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. until 2 p.m. and Saturday from 5:30 to 11 a.m. CD's has lunch specials and an all-you-can-eat salad bar. Stop by, say hey to owner Jason Brown and the CD's crew. CD's Grill, 111 West Fire Tower Road in Winterville. CD's Grill, the best country cooking around.
Cold weather is here, and some families in our area need help to stay warm. Greenville Utilities' Neighbor to Neighbor program provides help for those who need temporary assistance with their heating costs. You can make a difference. Your tax-deductible donation can be added to your GUC bill each month, or you can make a one-time donation. And GUC matches all donations up to $20,000 each year. Consider helping a neighbor stay warm this winter with GUC's Neighbor to Neighbor program. For more information, call 752-7166 or visit GUC.com.
North Carolina State Parks invites you to enjoy camping your way. With the weather changing, booking your own cabin is the perfect solution for your camping getaway. Reserve campsites or cabins today at Jones Lake, Goose Creek, and Cliffs of the Neuse. Whether you enjoy traditional camping or air-conditioned cabins that can be rented with Wi-Fi, your next adventure can include hiking, beautiful scenery, and sunsets by the campfire. For information on booking a cabin, visit ncparks.gov.
Craving wings that kick it up a notch? Wings Over Greenville is launching an all-new buffalo flavor lineup you won't want to miss. Try the fiery heat of Afterburner or blast off with the bold liftoff. And that's just the beginning. Order straight from Wings Over. No third-party apps are needed. Wings Over Greenville delivers your favorites hot and fresh right to your door. Wings Over is open for lunch every day and is open until 3 a.m. on Fridays and Saturdays. Visit wingsover.com today and soar into flavor with their new buffalo lineup. Wings Over Greenville. They deliver.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Hunting season is officially open, and a great way to enjoy that postseason hunt celebration is with a Busch Light. As cold and smooth as the mountain stream, Busch Light is that perfect sip after a day spent in the great outdoors. Grab a case today. Celebrate the hunt with Busch Light, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Busch Light, please drink responsibly. Anheuser-Busch, Busch Light, St. Louis, Missouri.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 and 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 and 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Good news, business travelers. PGV and American Airlines has added a new early morning flight available now. You can book today at AA.com and be on time for that connection in Charlotte. PGV, where the pirates fly. And America's favorite light beer, Bud Light, is also the official beer of the ECU Pirates. When planning your fun times with family and friends, be sure to pick up some Bud Light at your favorite retailer. Always have fun, Pirate Nation, and always stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Cliff.
All right, back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Real quick, so y'all are good, God-fearing Southern folk.
Damn straight.
I want to see if y'all judge me for what I had for dinner last night.
We listen and we don't judge.
I was going to just have some leftovers. My wife made some kind of like ravioli, like mini meatball soup. That was good. We had some of that left. I was going to get that, but I stopped in at a Winterville gas station, and not a chain, not like a Sheetz or Wawa or Royal Farms or anything like that. Like a small gas station, convenience store, and they had fried chicken.
Yeah.
Gas station fried chicken. And all that, Grayson's saying no.
It depends on who made it at said.
I didn't ask.
Well, I mean, because there are some smaller convenience stores that make some really good chicken.
And, I mean, does the race matter?
No comment.
I mean, I'm just, serious question.
If I'm cooking it, yeah, it matters.
They were neither white nor African American.
No comment.
Why are you giving me a side eye? And all they had left were like drumsticks.
I'm giving you a side eye because your wife cooked something for you, and
yeah, and I ate it. I had it for lunch 2 days ago, I think, yesterday or whatever.
I just don't want to say what I really want to say.
Why not?
I would have walked out. I wouldn't have ate that chicken.
It was pretty good. I said, how much are your drumsticks? They said like $198, and I was like, give me 3. Dude put 4 in there, so I got a bonus.
Stayed. Yeah.
Okay. All right.
These are nice.
I didn't even realize that till I was on the way till I got home, and I was like, whoa, bonus! It was pretty good. It wasn't bad.
Yeah.
It was cooked fully.
Was it pink?
No, that was the main thing.
Yeah, that is.
Yeah, that's the main thing. You got to make sure that bad boy's cooked. Like
and honestly, and this is not like an insult to the chicken itself, but like I feel this way about a lot of fried chicken. The best part is the skin and the like flavor and the crispiness.
Yeah, the crunch.
Yeah,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
it was
definitely
a good crunch.
Nothing's worse than like soggy fried chicken.
Yeah. All right, so Jarrett's halfway judging me, Grayson fully judging me. Shirley, I feel like no judgment at all.
No judgment.
All right.
Because like I said, there are certain places, like, for example, Country Mart. They have a lot of good food there.
Jamie got good fried chicken at a gas station that was owned by a Chinese family. Do they have a rice there too? Because I love a good fried chicken with some rice.
I will say there used to be, back in the day, there used to be a place in Farmville that prepared Chinese food, but they also sold wings. And we would get the wings. It's like a whole bag full of wings for like $3. And they were good.
Yeah, I was getting like hibachi the other week, and they were like, I looked on the menu, they had like buffalo wings. It's like, maybe I should leave.
Where?
Okay.
I don't remember the name. It was somewhere in Greenville, but it was like, that's odd. Like right next to the sushi, they're like, hey, why don't you try our buffalo wings?
Ryan used to eat fried chicken at the Duck Through on Charles and 14th all the time. Delicious. Folks, I'm just saying, try. If you go into one of these little establishments, give it a try. Especially if you can get like a drumstick or a wing. Get a drumstick for $2. Just try it on, and see what you think. Maybe it stings. Maybe
was it like a nice amount of meat on that?
It was.
bone?
They were great size.
Okay.
They were big.
Because sometimes these places will give you a skinny drum leg.
Yeah.
A drumstick.
A skinny little kicker.
Yeah.
Noah says Clip got the hometown hero perk, the extra drum. That's right. It was hometown hero night.
I don't
at
think
Minji's.
they did anything I don't even think they said anything about it being hometown hero
No
night.
way. I can't imagine that.
Also, I was trying to figure out, what is that MC like? That can't be his full-time job. Like, I was talking to Patrick Mason about this.
Of course it's not.
Do you think they just grab somebody out of one of the ECU offices, like, hey, you seem energetic, or like, does he work for like a bank or something?
I am not going to hate on that. First of all, I've only heard it one game. I hadn't been to a lot of games, so I've been a bad fan anyway. I'm glad they're trying something. I didn't love it.
I don't
but
dislike the MC. I just dislike the stuff they have during the timeouts.
Yeah.
Like, let's blindfold somebody. You could get a 12-pack of Pepsi. Okay, cool, but do the matching game. That was fun.
Jansen, I've been to that place. I also like the rice that comes with it. They're not a sponsor, so I'm not going to mention it, but I need to talk to Chon and try to get them on as a sponsor. Oh, he's in Miami. He's at the Orange Bowl. Salesman. Day 4 back at work in 2025. Chandler's been here one day, I think, on the show.
Cheese ball.
Cheese ball. Hood will be here soon.
Yeah, speak of the devil.
Speaking of the devil, the champ is here.
Honky chick. We got to get to our interview, starting with Kevin Monroe. Talked to K-Mo earlier today. Here is the video and audio. All right, joining us today on Pirate Radio Live, former East Carolina cornerback, color analyst for the football Pirates. He is Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin, how you doing, man?
I'm doing good, Clip. How about yourself?
Doing great. It's been a while, but we'll highlight the Military Bowl. You had another fun call on Rajay's run that we'll talk about. But something first going on social media. So I saw a few days ago, East Carolina coaches were back on the road recruiting. And the first thing I saw was a picture of Farmville Central High School. So that's interesting. But then I saw Bertie, then I saw Conley, then I saw, all the area schools. And it's probably a bit of marketing and a little bit for show, but still neat to see them out at all the local schools. Well, anyway, that went to Holton Ahlers, putting up a picture of him and C.J. Johnson and saying Conley's the only Pitt County school you need to go to, which led to other people putting up stuff. And then, ironically, I asked you about contacting Jamie Wilson. Somebody posted a picture of Conley great Jamie Wilson, to which somebody replied with that a picture of Kevin Monroe, to which I said never heard of him. But it made for a little fun talk, Kevin. But you've been around this a long time, and you are a local guy that went to the local college, East Carolina. So I guess a couple questions. How important is it to
to be active in the area high schools, and how do you think East Carolina does with that as far as being around and trying to get guys from the area?
I think it's very important to recruit all North Carolina schools, but Eastern North Carolina specifically. There shouldn't be a really top quality player to leave the Pitt County area without East Carolina offering them. It's one thing if the kid decides he wants to go to Tennessee or wherever, but he shouldn't at least leave this area without being offered. In order to do that, you have to comb the area. Back in Steve Logan's day, from Morris Foreman to Marcus Crandall to Troy Smith, myself, Jamie Wilson, on and on and on. Eastern North Carolina, if there was a good player coming out of there, Leonard Henry out of Clinton, coach was getting them. And so that's the kind of thing you have to do to be successful in your state. And then you broaden out. You can tell Holt Nailers that South Central saved Conley. And before there was a South Central, there was just a Rose. Nobody went to Conley. But once South Central opened up, it took a lot of our students, and so things changed drastically. But I'll still stand by Rose High School.
Look, we're in the media. We're looking for fake beefs. This could be good, Kevin. We could get this rolling all off season. It'd be a great thing. As a Conley guy, I was always a little jealous, and like for some reason I bought into the Rose is stealing all our good players. I had buddies that played Winterville Little League with me. Now, why the hell are they at JH Rose? They should be
right.
But it was all fun. But I'll say this: the Rose boys threw way better parties than us Conley guys. So I partied with all the Rose guys. My later years there at Conley, but no, I made for some fun discussion. And I was thinking about it, Kevin, when you said, any good player in the area, we can't let them, go without us offering. There are a few special cases, and I don't know if ECU offered Todd Gurley or Monterio Hardesty, but some guys are just going to go to the SEC if they come calling. You just hate to see kind of somebody go to maybe State or Carolina without us at least trying to get in the mix, right?
Absolutely. And again, you should still offer a Todd Gurley out of Tarboro. Whether we did or not, I don't know. Yeah. But why not offer it? He did right by going to the SEC. He was a first-round draft pick, top of the line type player. So you can't fault him for that. But still offer it. Why not? What's the skin off your back? He's right in your neighborhood. Just fire out an offer and see what happens.
Yeah. Now, if we could translate that to basketball and get them over there at Farmville Central and Kinston, that's another topic for another day. Kevin, Pirates in the season on a major high, the win over NC State. I've said this, I've kind of admitted, I've walked it back that, bowls don't matter. That ECU game mattered. And right when they kicked off and I saw State's jersey, the blood got pumping in me a little bit like, all right, let's beat these guys. I'm fired up now. But Kevin, you were there to witness it. Had a great call on Rajay's run where you couldn't believe what just happened, and a lot of us couldn't. But man, how much fun was it calling that one?
Man, it was a fun game to call. I had done some research as I tend to do when I'm about to call the game, and I found that in the first quarter, really the first half, but specifically the first quarter, State had been starting slow all season long, and they were being outscored by over 100 points in the first quarter throughout the whole season. And so I said to myself, we have to get out early because the exact opposite happens in the fourth quarter. They've been outscoring opponents by 100 points in the fourth quarter. They were kind of storming back. You saw them storm back on Carolina, and they did that kind of throughout the year. And so when we got out to that 10-0 lead, I was like, okay, this is going kind of according to script, but everybody hold on because they're going to come back. And that's exactly what happened. They took the lead late. But just I love the resiliency to see in Coach Harrell and the defense, the offense, everybody that needed to make a play made a play late in that game. And as you said, that Rajay run, I mean, listen, that could have – he could have gotten tackled in the backfield on 3rd and 10, and then it would have been 4th and 12, and we throw an incomplete pass. That ball game's over, and everybody's sitting there saying, why the heck did John David Baker run the ball on 3rd and 10, 14-yard line? But, yeah, it worked out. It worked out. They weren't expecting it. Rajay did his thing, and he goes 86 yards, and it was one of the most incredible plays I've seen in East Carolina history. Against that NC State team to where we are battling against them for recruits. Probably everyone that NC State is offering, East Carolina is interested in, and everybody that East Carolina is offering, at least State's paid attention to. Maybe they didn't offer them, but they're still looking at them. And so we're battling for recruits. We're battling for bragging rights. If you're a kid that wants to choose ECU over NC State like I did, you want to have validation in that, hey, we beat you guys when we play you. And so this is a big time win for recruiting, a big time win for our program, and a big time win for Blake Harrell because listen, everyone talked about how weak the schedule was when he took over, and he needed one of these kind of wins. And not only did he get one of these kind of wins against an FBS opponent, against a Power 4 opponent, but he got a win against an in-state FBS school, which Mike Houston never did.
That was a huge bugaboo on Houston's resume there, and you're right, big one for Blake Harrell on that run, Kevin. I will say, and we talked to John David Baker on Monday, and I did acknowledge that there was at least one, he said 2 previous third and longish in that game where they ran the ball for a first down, so they had already done it. But I admit that I can't remember if I said what or no right when they handed it off on 3rd and 10. So for you, now a veteran broadcaster, it's important to know what to say when you talk, but also not to talk, right? Because was your first reaction there like, whoa, what are we doing here?
I was very nervous when I saw that ball get handed off. It's one thing to do that, 3rd and 10 from your own 45, but 3rd and 10 from your own 14, and knowing that if it doesn't work on 4th down, they're pinning their ears and they're coming at your quarterback on 4th and long. That would have been a no-win situation or get lucky situation, and it just so happens that it was just the right call. I mean, it couldn't have worked out more perfectly. Rajay saw the lane open up, he hit it, and they had nobody there to get him. It was just the perfect call.
Kevin Monroe joining us. Kevin had some fisticuffs at the end of that game, and I feel like it's all blown over now, which is good. Like at the time, I was a little bit worried what could come out of this, and I guess still could be some players out maybe for week 1. I still don't know fully about that, but you saw it live, and I guess good that it didn't get any worse, right? Because watching on TV is one thing, but when you're witnessing it live, it feels a little bit different. So what'd you think when you saw that going on?
I don't know if you've talked to Andrew Bays, but he was obviously down on the sidelines at the end of the game. So he got to see it up close and personal. He's probably hiding out of the way. He's from Maryland. He didn't want any of that smoke. But I tell you what, it was funny that, did the Pirates start it? I guess technically we started it by pulling the towel. But, that's not something to fight over. You get your towel back, you give them a shove. It's over with. That's not something for all of their players to come storming off the field over. It blew way out of proportion.
Yeah.
And I'll just say, we had not been in one of those types of fights all season long. They had, and it was their most recent game. So not to point fingers, but there's one common denominator there. I hate to see it happen, but just glad that the Pirates got the win.
Yeah, well said. Kevin Monroe joining us here on Pirate Radio Live. Kevin, we got a playoff game tonight. That's a lot of fun. We got Thursday, Friday college football, NFL playoffs, Saturday, Sunday, Monday. So let's dive into all that before we let you go. Starting with Notre Dame, Penn State tonight. You got a favorite in this one?
I don't know if I have a favorite, but I love the Notre Dame story. I love their head coach. He's put a spirit into that team, and they seem to be ready to play every game. A quarterback is a big-time player, and they just seem to play hard when they need to. That Northern Illinois game could have wrecked their season, and at the moment it did. When it happened, it was like, fire the coach, get rid of the program. Like this is the worst thing that's ever happened to us. And they went on to only lose that game and just to power through everybody else. My son Marcus was lucky enough to get a Penn State game invite, so he was up there this season to see that train they got going. At home there in Happy Valley, and he's trying to play tight end in college, and so they've got the best tight end in the country. So he got to see him play. You got to see him play up close and personal. So that was really cool. So love the Penn State story as well, and Coach Franklin, what he's doing. So I won't say I've got a favorite, but I really like what both teams have done this year, and I won't be upset no matter who wins.
Yeah, I'm going Notre Dame. I mean, they really impressed me. I know this isn't one of Kirby Smart's best teams, but to beat them, and it wasn't like smoke and mirrors and double reverses. It was like man football, and that's what Notre Dame's doing. So very impressive there. Speaking of impressive, Ohio State, I don't know if they traded a bunch of guys after the Michigan game. They look like an NFL team, man. They put it on Oregon. They are pretty big favorites against Texas coming up Friday night, and I would not want to get in the way of the Buckeyes right now.
Yeah, and just to be clear, I'll pick Notre Dame if you want me to have a pick in that game. I think they can get it done. But yeah, Ohio State, man. Oregon being the number one team in the country at the time, was 38-0 or something at one point. I was like, how is this even happening? And so, and the game was on the West Coast, I think, so it should have been, a heavily Oregon-based fan base, even though Ohio State travels well. Man, that was surprising. So it's hard to count them out right now. I do love Texas and what they're doing. In my real job, I've got a lot of clients that are Texas, former Texas players, and they love Austin, and they all live in Austin in the off season. And so I've got a lot of allegiance to Austin. My sister-in-law went to UT undergrad, and so she's a huge fan. So, and Coach Sarkisian, man, he's really done a great job there. Just impressed by them, impressed by the fact that they're able to handle that Ewers, Arch Manning situation the way they've handled it. Two top-notch quarterbacks. So I'm not sleeping on Texas. I don't know if they can beat what Ohio State's doing right now. And Jeremiah Smith, he seems to be number one receiver out there. Definitely the best freshman out there right now. It's funny because my kids are both play wide receiver, and beginning of the season they were all about Ryan Williams at Alabama. They couldn't stop talking about him, best player in the country. Well, and now they're all about Jeremiah at Ohio State. So just all about what's happening lately, right? So I'm gonna go out on a limb and say Texas. I'm gonna go Texas in this game. I don't know if they can win or not, but I'll be rooting for them.
All right, Kevin Monroe joining us here today on Pirate Radio Live. Kevin, number one focus on the playoffs, my Commanders against the Bucks. I think we got a shot at them, but I think outside of that, taking my fandom away, I am fascinated to see the chase in the AFC and can anybody catch and surpass Mahomes. And really I'm talking about Josh Allen and Lamar Jackson, who both had tremendous years. I think I take Lamar Jackson for granted because when I saw he had a 41-4 touchdown to interception ratio, those numbers don't even seem right.
No.
But man, I'm excited to see, can Baltimore finally win with Jackson in the playoffs? And Josh Allen has done just about everything to this point except winning the playoffs, win a Super Bowl. So I'm really fascinated by the AFC this year.
I am too. Certainly the Chiefs aren't as good as they've been, right? But I truly believe that when it's all said and done, Patrick Mahomes will be the greatest quarterback to ever play the game. Obviously, Tom Brady still has that nod for now. But Patrick Mahomes is just incredible. What he can do with football and what he can do with his offense when given an opportunity. You just cannot give him any time on the clock to get his team at least in field goal range to win a ball game. And they've done it time and time again this year. You can't pick against them until somebody knocks them off. Certainly, adding Derrick Henry to the mix with Baltimore is a completely different look than what Baltimore has had in the past in the playoffs. So that's going to be a thing, even if Lamar Jackson, because he tends to play not as good in the playoffs. So even if he has a down game, you still got Derrick Henry to concern yourself with. On the other side, Josh Allen, his knock has been in his career is turning the ball over and making mistakes at the wrong times, trying to do too much. He hadn't done that this year. He's protected the football. He's run it well. He's thrown it well. They added some pieces with Keon Coleman and Amari Cooper. Man, they look good. So I think they got to get through each other, I think, before they get to Kansas City at some point if Kansas City wins. But it's hard to pick against the Chiefs. And then in the NFC, the Lions look good. The Eagles look good. I think I go with your Commanders in the first round game. If my Cowboys could beat the Bucks 2 weeks ago in that game, I don't see why the Commanders couldn't. So I think you guys get past the first round and you see what happens from there.
Yeah, man, I'm excited about it. See what Jaden Daniels can do in his first playoff game. Got a really intriguing game on Monday as well between the Rams and Vikings. So it's going to be a fun weekend, Kevin. I am looking forward to it. You're probably pulling for the Packers and Bucks, but picking the Commanders, I appreciate that. I like the Packers all year, but a little worried about them right now with the Watson injury, and then Love, is he 100%? And really, honestly, too, Philly looks like a machine when they get rolling. Yeah. So you talk about Derrick Henry with the Ravens, what they've added. How about Saquon with Philly in the playoffs?
I mean, as an NFC East guy yourself, I mean, how mad are you at the Giants for just letting that guy stay in the division? You get rid of him. You can't let him stay in the division. That's like cardinal rule. And so to see that unfold, man, it's just ridiculous because we knew how good he was. The only thing holding him back was Daniel Jones being a terrible quarterback and the offensive line not being very good. and the fact that he kept getting injured. So as soon as he gets behind a good offensive line, have a good quarterback, you knew he was going to blow up, and that's exactly what happened.
Yeah. Kevin, any of your boys on the basketball court, or are they sticking with focusing on football?
So Marcus was going to play at NRCA. He played actually summer league with them, played in some games, and the athletic director is the head basketball coach, and he really wanted him on the team. You know, obviously he's 6'4". You want a guy that kind of size of athleticism. So he was trying to get him to play, and Marcus decided that, you know, he's trying to make this transition from wide receiver to tight end. He needed to bulk up and focus on his football training. So he's gained about 12 pounds this offseason. He's up to about 212 now. And so he's trying to fit that tight end mold. So he did not play basketball. My youngest son, the 8th grader, is playing. He's playing middle school ball, starting and doing well.
Nice. Good to hear. Fun times, man. Enjoy that. Kevin, appreciate you joining us, man. We'll keep in touch, do it again, and talk to you soon, man.
All right, Clip.
Kevin Monroe joining us today on Pirate Radio Live. We'll take a break, come back. When we return, we'll talk college football playoffs, NFL playoffs, and college hoops with Jeff Nadu. Greg Hudson will join us later on the show. He is fired up for Notre Dame Penn State tonight. We'll hit on that with Nadu when we return after this.
Saturdays are your day to kick back, relax, and have fun. That's why Ottavola Market Cafe is the perfect place to go for dinner, drinks, and takeout. Ottavola is open every Saturday at 4 p.m. on the bar side, serving a special selection of menu favorites of appetizers, pastas, and specialty pizzas. Whether it's dine-in, takeout, or drinks with friends, Ottavola is the best choice every Saturday starting at 4 o'clock. Visit OttavolaMarket.com to see what's new, and visit Ottavola on Red Banks Road every Saturday starting at 4. Ottavola, Pirates supporting Pirates.
How much America is in a can of Four Loko USA? Take a pro wrestler, give him apple pie picks, bald eagle biceps, fists of four-wheel drive, and leg spinning drones. Then add even more America. More America. More Loko USA. Tastes like real.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates!
This is Dr. Josiah Duke from Orthopedics East and Sports Medicine Center. Our practice has been caring for the athletes at ECU and the residents of Eastern North Carolina for more than 35 years. Whether it's treatment for your sports injury or it's that time for a joint replacement, Orthopedics East provides the latest in operative and non-operative orthopedic care. We also offer on-site physical therapy and MRI services as well as walk-in urgent care on weekends from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Call us at 757-BONE or visit us online at orthoeast.com. Go Pirates!
The Rick House is Eastern North Carolina's premier American-styled restaurant and bar, and there's always something special happening at the Rick House. Join us for lunch. It's our 2 for $20 lunch special during the week, and it's the perfect spot for that lunch business meeting. The Rick House celebrates the last Thursday of every month with a special wine tasting, and our buffet brunch is to die for. Follow the Rick House on Facebook for the latest schedule. The Rick House, American Provisions and Spirits, 710 Red Banks Road beside the bowling alley in Greenville. The Rick House.
What's up, sandwich heads? Today on Steve-O's Sandwich Reviews, we've got the tips and tricks to the best sandwich order. And it all starts with this little guy right here. Pepsi Zero Sugar. Partial to pastrami, craving a Cubano. Yeah, sounds delicious, but boom! Add the crisp, refreshing taste of Pepsi Zero Sugar and cue the fireworks. Lunch, dinner, or late night, it'll be a sandwich worth celebrating. Trust me, your boy's eaten a lot of sandwiches in his day, and the one thing I can say with absolute fact, every bite is better with Pepsi.
Pirate Radio is your home for the NFL playoffs. Tune in Monday night as the Minnesota Vikings go to L.A. to face the Rams.
There's the snap, the fake handoff, dropping back Darnold. Cocks his right arm, throws, back in the end zone, caught, touchdown.
Here comes Naku in motion to the right. Here's the snap, handoff, Williams straight ahead, driving, close, and he is in. Touchdown Rams.
Catch the Vikings and the Rams Monday night right here on Pirate Radio, your radio home for Super Bowl 59.
Pirate Radio, where it's always a great day to be a pirate.
I think it's gonna be a great day.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Be sure to visit one of ECU graduate Brandon Tate's U.S. Cellular locations and experience the highest standard of customer service. The purpose of the Atlantic Wireless store experience is to inform, illuminate, and inspire. Find the location near you at atlanticwireless.com. Atlantic Wireless, we go beyond the call. And University PC Care has been Pirate Nation's go-to IT expert since 2006, and they are the local tech support experts for any of your business needs. Let University PC Care take care of it so you can take care of your business. Visit universitypccare.com to learn more today. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Looking forward to Hour 3 with Coach Hud, but before we get there, let's hear from Jeff Nadu, who joins us to talk college football playoff, NFL playoffs, and college hoops. He joins us on the Big Rock Power Sports Live line. Jeff, how you doing, man?
Pretty good. How are you, Clip?
Doing good, doing good. Got a lot going on. College football playoffs, NFL playoffs, and college hoops in full steam ahead. So we'll try to hit on all that during the next 15 minutes or so. Let's start with the college football playoff, Jeff. A narrow line tonight, basically a pick 'em. I think Notre Dame a slight favorite over Penn State, and then you've got Texas and the machine that is Ohio State going Friday night. So do you like a side on either one of these? A total, a prop, anything jumping out at you with these playoff games?
Yeah, I played both of them. Tonight, I played Penn State. I grabbed a 1.5 here. I think this is where the road ends for Notre Dame. And listen, there's nothing to be mad about. I mean, I think they're a great team. I like Marcus Freeman a lot. But remember, I mean, Jeremiah Love going to be a little banged up. Not going to have Riley Mills, their top defensive lineman. I think that hurts against a really good run game that Penn State has. And look, if Love isn't totally in there and 100%, I mean, that's a lot of production you lose. I look at both defenses kind of cancel them out. Now that Mills is out, I think it's definitely a little advantage to Penn State and Nittany Lions. I look at Penn State's offense. I think it's been humming all year. It's been very good. I haven't been real impressed at all with Notre Dame. I just haven't. Didn't really play real well against Indiana. Look, at times they look good, but Indiana was definitely probably a group that shouldn't have been there. Georgia, they only scored Clip? I think one touchdown on offense. Only have 4 yards to play. So I'm going to lead with Penn State. I think they get the job done here.
Yeah, one thing we've said about Notre Dame, which I like Notre Dame, they are physical. I like Riley Leonard. I don't like him as a passer. Love him as a runner, but feels like a team that plays from ahead. If they get behind, they might be in trouble. And what has Penn State done in these playoff games? They've jumped out early and then jumped ahead. So if they do that tonight, Notre Dame could be in a lot of trouble. How about tomorrow night with Ohio State and Texas?
Yeah, I laid the number here. I laid 5.5 here with Ohio State. And similar to Notre Dame, look, you give them respect for getting here, but I haven't been that impressed with how they've done it. I mean, Clemson moved the ball pretty easily. Arizona State moved the ball. I mean, Cliff, if Arizona State doesn't cause a penalty on 4th down in overtime, they win that football game. So Texas really, I think, shouldn't be here. They are. They have a pretty solid offense and a great defense, but Ohio State has an elite offense and an elite defense. I think the problem for Texas could be in the red zone. They've had trouble all year in the red zone scoring touchdowns, which, again, ain't going to get any easier against probably the best defense in the country overall. I'm not wanting to step in front of Ohio State. Will Howard's been unbelievable. Jeremiah Smith has looked like the greatest receiver in the history of college football. I laid the 5.5. You're not getting any value playing Texas either. I mean, if you're getting 7.5, 8, okay, fair. But I think this is 34-24, 35-27. And remember, 28-21 is a winner.
Nadu, if we do get a Penn State, Ohio State championship, and Ohio State certainly deserving despite what happened against Michigan, but Penn State and it has kind of been, do they belong the type of team? If it comes down to that, I think we're going to see some format changes with the playoff anyway. But are we really getting the best two teams? Like, are you upset with that championship, or are you okay with the Penn State Ohio State national championship?
I think you have a situation where you have a bracket, and that's just how it worked out. I don't have a problem with it. To me, it's a bettable opportunity. I think if that's the game, I think Ohio State would probably be a 10-point favorite. Probably, it'd be quite high. But yeah, I think the best game at least would be probably Ohio State and Penn State. I would love that game. I think it'd be a great rematch, and you'll get that kind of James Franklin,
yeah.
It would just be a kind of a great theater to me. But they also probably Notre Dame, Ohio State would be great. I think any final would be good.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line. Jeff, let's jump into the NFL playoffs. I want to go game by game. If you don't have a play or no interest, we can skip. You can be brief, but want to just run through them all real quick. Chargers-Texans is the first one Saturday afternoon. Chargers, a 3-point road favorite, total low at 42.5. Any thoughts on this one?
Yeah, I played the Chargers. Not one time this year have I been impressed with Houston. I think they have massively underachieved. I think C.J. Stroud really hit a sophomore slump. I mean, you're not going to have Diggs. You're not going to have Dell. This offensive line's been a massive problem this season. Stroud's been pressured on nearly 30% of his dropbacks, and that's just terrible. This is a great L.A. defense. They like to run the football. They're very good against the number. I played 2.5 here. I think the Chargers are very interesting in the AFC. I laid the number. A great offensive line, should be able to move the football. I think this is like a 24-13 type of game, and I think this Houston team peter out like I think we think they will.
I have said that the Texans they're like the AFC's Commanders, and maybe the Commanders are better than them now, but like they beat bad teams, but every time they took a step up in weight class, they couldn't win. And outside of, until Washington beat your Birds, which they were without Jalen Hurts, so how much does that really count? But the Texans are in that category. The Packers, which we'll talk about in a moment, are kind of in that category. But yeah, I'm kind of with you there on the Texans. How about the Ravens? And man, that 10 looked really high, but I kind of get it. But seeing it at 9.5 now, Baltimore a favorite over division rival Pittsburgh, who has taken a nosedive here late in the season. Total 43.5. Do you roll with the Ravens here? Or is that too many points?
No, I would lay it here. I think at the end of the day, Pittsburgh really got shown what they really were the last couple of games this season. This offense just could not move the football. It was hard to watch, I think, at times. And now you run into a team that you look at how good they are on offense, Baltimore, but defensively they've been really good. They've gotten a lot better. If I told you, Clip, that they were right there with the Steelers defensively, you probably wouldn't believe me, but they are. I've also pointed out, I mean, Mike Tomlin is a failure over the last 4 or 5 playoff games. I think on average they're losing by about 20 points a game. I'll lay it here.
And just for ECU purposes, Keaton Mitchell getting involved in the return game. Maybe he can spring a big one for Baltimore. They're coming up on a Saturday night. On to Sunday, Jeff. Oh, go ahead.
By the way, you mentioned strength of schedule. I mean, the Steelers are another group that really pounded on bad teams.
Yeah.
31st strength of schedule this year.
Jeff, on to Sunday. Bo Nix, one of the rookies, along with Jaden Daniels in these playoffs, taking on Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills. Bills, of course, big favorites at 8.5, total 46.5. Man, it's a number that I'd like to lay, Jeff. Is that good advice? What do you think about this one?
I'm not so sure that it is. I mean, Schultz been really good against the number in playoff games as a dog. Here's the thing. I think if you get a good weather forecast here, I almost lean over. I think to stay in this game and to cover, they're going to have to, the Broncos probably get into the 20s. And I think if you can get into the 20s here, this game will find its way over. I wasn't crazy about it. I leaned Denver and the over. I could see this, a 28-20 type of game, something like that, 31-24. I think the Broncos are going to have to score some points, and I think they can. The Bills have a kind of a leaky secondary. They've got some playmakers there, and the Bills move the ball against anybody. Both these teams were over-trenders all season, so I think if you get a good weather forecast here, 46.5 seems a little low.
Nadu mentioned the Packers earlier. Just there was a lot of bad NFL teams this year, and we've talked about maybe the Steelers, the Commanders, the Texans, and even the Packers taking advantage of that. But just a weird win-loss here, because up until the loss to the Bears the final week, their only losses had come to Philadelphia, Minnesota, and Detroit, and that's the end of the list. So, again, they won a lot of games, but anytime they had to take a step up, they ended up losing those games. And you got Jordan Love a little banged up, Watson out. So I really like the Eagles in this game. The Packers won a playoff game on the road against the NFC East team last year in Dallas. But how about your Birds coming up 4.5-point favorites?
Yeah, I played the under. I still think there's some meat on the bone at 45.5. I don't see where the offense comes from in this game. You got two really good defenses, two teams that really want to run the football. These groups are first and third in rush play rate this season. Two quarterbacks, one of which is Jalen Hurts, who's just coming off an injury. I also look at these defenses. I mean, Philly's been shut down all season, but you look at the Packers. I mean, their defense has been great too. Top 4 in rush play per rush, or rush yards per play. They've also run a lot of zone coverage, which Jalen Hurts has not been great against. I think this is first to 20 wins. This game, I think, shakes out probably the same as the Eagles-Steelers game. I think it's a little closer, probably, like maybe 21-17, 19-14. I think this is a lower scoring game. It is cold in this area. It's been windy like for the last 2 weeks. I think this could be a good old-fashioned rock fight here, first to 20 wins, under 45.5.
And I got to tell you, I'm glad my team is in Tampa rather than Philadelphia coming up this Sunday. Commanders-Bucks Sunday night. Bucks a 3-point home favorite. High total here, 50.5. Give me some good news, Jeff. Can my Commanders win this game?
I think they can. I mean, I like both these teams. You have to wonder, are the playoff lights maybe a little too bright where, again, there's no harm in going on the road and losing a playoff game in your first playoff game, which is what Jaden Daniels is about to do. These two teams are so damn even. I think with the injuries in the secondary for the Bucks, I mean, Washington hasn't been elite necessarily defensively. A lot of playmakers with Mike Evans, Bucky Irving, and McLaurin and Daniels. I like the over in this one. I hate to be square, but this game just seems like first to 30 wins. I had a hard time picking these two. You're not getting much value on a side there. You're basically throwing out a 3 and saying, we'll see who wins. Washington plays fast. I mean, 8th in pace. You look at Tampa, they're not necessarily fast, but they're efficient. So I like the over.
Yeah, seen a lot of folks call this one a toss-up, and seen a lot of folks say the same about the Monday night game, Jeff. And the Vikings, I feel like would have been a pretty easy pick until you saw them Sunday against Detroit. They are still a 1-point favorite on the road at L.A. against Matt Stafford and the Rams. So Vikings -1, a bit of a higher total here compared to some of these other games, 47.5. For this one Monday night. How about Vikings-Rams? Is there a side you like on this one? Or are you looking at the total?
Well, I think obviously one thing, if you're a bettor, I mean, this game could be moved. We really have no idea what's going to go on here. That said, I've kind of told myself and been steadfast in my thinking that I really believe the Vikings are going to lose this game. Something just told me all year this team was phony. I don't know why. I just truly don't trust Sam Darnold. He was terrific in the red zone. Kevin O'Connell was disastrously outcoached. This is a Ram group that, is solid. They've got a great quarterback, a terrific quarterback, plenty of weapons. Kyron Williams has been really effective. This number's plummeting at this point. I want to take the Vikings or the Rams. I don't know if I'll get there, but something tells me that what we saw Sunday night, that was a pathetic performance, man. It really was. In a game where you had to have it, I don't know what the hell happened.
Good stuff, Nadu. We'll talk a little college hoops before we let you go. And other than betting on like home favorites against ranked teams, you got any strategies? And you were, I first kind of discovered you, found out who you were when you were doing daily college basketball shows, and you were just on fire, and you knew every roster, every team, and you still do your research. Has it gotten more difficult in the portal era, Jeff? Are you still able to pick spots? Are you as good now as you were 5 years ago when it comes to college basketball, or is it tougher for you?
Yeah, that was a long time ago. I mean, look, I'm up 12 units on the season so far, so it's been a great season, and yeah, I think you just have to adapt as a handicapper, man. I mean, you also have now like these West to East games in conference, so it's hard, man.
Yeah.
You also have to identify teams that are just kind of phony, and like for instance tonight, like I just don't think Rutgers is a team that play like a team. I think they're a team that have a bunch of me guys. I think this is totally a different team than Pikel's used to. I don't think he seemingly figured them out. I don't think they are what they are or have been defensively. I just think they're kind of a mess. So I think you got to kind of recognize that stuff. I think you see them kind of fall apart. They have fallen apart. So not really. I mean, knock on wood, it's a long season. It's only January 9th, but it's been good so far.
And, man, can't believe I'm talking to you today, Jeff, and talking about an East Carolina basketball victory. The Pirates have been pretty bad this year, but got one last night against the Temple Owls. And Temple had been playing good. We talked about it going into the game, but that was a bad loss for Temple last night.
Yeah, they just had a good one over Wichita over the weekend, and then they followed up. And look, they're a good offensive team. Temple, they're going to score a bunch of points, but the defense has been problematic. I mean, you look at all their losses this year; they've given up 78 or more in all but one of them. I mean, that's just not good enough defensively. And look, these are similar teams. Two teams that probably will be a thorn in the side to a team or two. But that's a bad loss. Two teams that kind of can't get out of their own way and figure things out.
Nadu, great catching up with you, man. Wishing you a happy new year. Anything you want to plug? Anything you got going on?
No, I appreciate it as always, Clip. I got some things in the works that I'm working on, possibly on the sports angle, so we'll see. But I'm so busy with the sit down. That's kind of my main thing right now. But football's almost over. It seems like we were just starting.
Yeah.
Late August, but we'll be here next year pretty quick. So.
Nadu, good stuff, man. Enjoy the football weekend and the hoops, and we'll catch up with you again down the road.
Sounds good. See you, Cliff.
Jeff Nadu joining us, Big Rock Power Sports Live Line, as we watch the replay of Notre Dame catching Georgia offsides. What a call that was in the quarterfinals. Semifinals coming up tonight. We'll talk about it with Greg Hudson. I like making Coach Hud wait to talk, though, because we got to take a break. And then come back and take another break. And then we'll talk to you.
Why did I put these on my head?
I don't know.
It hurts my ears.
I didn't tell you to.
Give me my shirt back.
When we return, Grayson scoffed at me when I told her I had gas station fried chicken last night. Wait till you hear what she orders from gas stations in Roxborough. The answer will shock you. That coming up after this.
Here's a hint. At U.S. Cellular, you can get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month, so you can give your family the gift of connection.
How about the gift of good-smelling soap?
They buy their own soap. They want 4 free phones.
Maybe I'll get
4 free phones.
4 free phones.
Get 4 free phones and 4 lines for $90 a month. U.S. Cellular. Built for us. Terms apply. Visit uscellular.com for details.
This is Brandon Tate, owner and operator of Atlantic Wireless, an authorized agent for U.S. Cellular since 1997. Visit atlanticwireless.com to find the store near you. We go beyond the call.
At Tiebreakers, we pride ourselves on serving
big, juicy wings.
I'm talking
big and juicy.
juicy.
Our chickens are the same ones that kick sand in the other chickens' faces. If our chickens played football, they'd be linebackers. The competition's chickens, they'd be
skinny little kickers.
Trade those kickers in for linebackers. Join us today for
big, juicy wings.
All season long at Tiebreakers.
Tiebreakers, with 2 locations in Greenville and on Railroad Street in Winterville.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in ENC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
This is Trey Hayes with Advanced Moving and Storage. Advanced Moving and Storage is here to help you have the best move ever. Advanced Moving and Storage is dedicated to making sure you get everything you need on your next move, no matter how large or small, whether you're local, in-state, or out-of-state. Our courteous and experienced personnel is ready to help. Call Advanced Moving and Storage today at 252-321-3200. If you want to remove stress from your next move, use the moving company the Pirates use. Advanced Moving and Storage.
Hey there, Eastern North Carolina. Jeff Stein at Brown & Wood. The Brown & Wood service specials include a tire price match guarantee, a $199 AC Delco front brake pad installation special. We also have a brake rotor rebate of $40 and a synthetic oil change on most vehicles for $89.95. Don't forget, free pickup and drop-off at Brown & Wood. 89 years in business, 4 brands, 3 generations, 2 rooftops, and 1 goal, to make sure you leave a happy customer.
Here at the Holistic Company, we know that life throws you its fair share of curveballs, like passing that drug test. Congrats. Now you can finally relax, kick back, and, well, light one up. You've earned it. And whether you've had one of those weeks, or maybe your mother-in-law's in town and you're one passive-aggressive comment away from needing a vacation, if this sounds like you, then come visit our team here at the Holistic Company to help you find the perfect products to ease your stress and promote relaxation. Order our products online at theholisticco.com or visit us at 5th and Evans in Greenville or at one of our other 2 locations in Fremont or Smithfield. The Holistic Company.
Hey Pirate Nation, this is Wyatt Lunsford-Shankman, and the best place to go for custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items is University Sportswear. University Sportswear hit a home run for me when I needed my custom shirts. From start to finish, University Sportswear provided superior customer service and quality product that cannot be beat. If your business, organization, or event needs t-shirts or promotional help, then you need to visit University Sportswear. Visit universitysportswearenc.com for contact information. Go Pirates!
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
This is retired ECU baseball player Charlie Yorgan, and you're listening to Pirate Radio, voice of the Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 2 of Pirate Radio Live. Do you need custom t-shirts, apparel, or promotional items for your business, organization, or event? Keep it local. Print it local with University Sportswear. Contact them today at universitysportswearenc.com. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Chico's Mexican Restaurant is where all the locals go for Mexican food and fun. Grab your amigos and head to Chico's for the Gulf of Mexico every Tuesday. A huge 38-ounce lime margarita for only $8.99. On Wednesdays, all Mexican imports are only $2.99, and on Thursdays, it's half-price house margaritas. For Mexican food and fun, it's got to be Chico's in downtown Greenville and online at chicosrestaurant.com. Now let's head back in to PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, on a Thursday. All right, so I know Greg Hudson will judge me. He'll judge me on everything.
All right.
But, yeah, I had gas station fried chicken for dinner last night.
Pathetic.
You've been on the road recruiting. You've never done that before?
No.
What's the weirdest thing you've had on a recruiting trip? Like, man, I got to find something. You never stopped in some
bad protein bar.
Yeah, I guess.
Maybe a slice of the pizza in the open up the tray.
Yeah, yeah.
That I knew they just pulled out of the clean cooker.
But you know what you're getting there, kind of a cardboardy pizza.
Yeah. The other stuff, that chicken surprise. No way.
So Shirley, shout out Shirley, good Farmville girl, didn't judge me at all. Surprisingly, Jarrett judged me a little bit, but intern Grayson said, "Oh, no way." But then during the break, she kind of thought about it and said, "You know what? I take back my judgment, because what did you say you get from gas stations back home?"
Pig's feet.
There's one gas station that has the best hibachi ever. Like, it might beat Con Keith. It might beat Con Keith.
Hud. Gas station hibachi.
Gas, you know what's in that? Cocker Spaniels. Greyhound.
No.
Oh, yeah. And anything that you hit in about a 5-mile vicinity that's on the road.
I could see skunk or raccoon before I see a greyhound.
Man, there's greyhound lo mein in there and all kinds of stuff.
Gas station hibachi. That is something else.
You pour white sauce on anything.
Oh,
that is true. Enough white sauce will.
Man, the white sauce in this state, white sauce and gravy. Like, you go to Taco Bell. You want gravy with that? No, I'm good.
I've never had that. I'm not a sushi guy, but man, seeing gas station sushi always weirds me out.
Some of the finest carp you've ever had in your life. No way. That's straight out of the Tar River.
All right, can anybody top gas station hibachi? Give me your best gas station food you've had, folks. I want to hear it. We have got to take one more break, and we'll get to Coach Hud, I promise. This is like, I used to do the bit, Jimmy Kimmel said, Matt Damon, we ran out of time. I'm sorry. Coach Hud, we've run out of time.
Kimmel. There's a loser.
I haven't watched a night show since Conan.
Cheeseball. Perfect.
I watched the monologues the next morning on YouTube.
Go on TV and cry some more about the election.
I have a newfound respect for Jimmy Fallon once I found out he's an alcoholic that's chained to the desk.
That's great.
He got like a rage problem. Crazy.
Man, the 90s, I loved Leno, Letterman, and Conan. But I feel like is that a thing of the past? It's got to be. Like those late night shows or whatever.
They're fading. Everybody's just looking at the laptop.
Well, I mean, I catch up. I don't stay up to watch them, but I'll catch like Colbert and Seth Meyers. Those are the two that I like. And The Daily Show. Just their monologues, though.
Chris chiming in. This is a good news, bad news. Good news, he's eating a shrimp burger in Harker's Island. Bad news, it's from a gas station. But would you trust a shrimp burger on an island?
No, even worse.
Could be real.
They're pulling. Can you imagine the inlet where that shit's been? I mean, that stuff's been.
Please call in and air your underwear.
Take a break. Come on, Hud.
Winter is here, but Stroud's Marine in Greenville is still your go-to spot for your boat projects and repairs. Now's the perfect time to get your boat ready for when the warm weather comes. Don't wait till spring. They've got you covered with outboard parts at great prices. Plus, they're running clearance sales on select items, so you can get ready for next season without breaking the bank. Stay up to date with the latest deals, parts, and promotions by following them on social media. Stop by the shop at 865 Rivet Street in Greenville. For more information, head to StroudsMarine.com. Strauds Marine, your best source for salvaged outboard parts.
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
This is Aaron Williams with New Blue Service Group. Our technicians stand ready to face any challenge that time or the elements may throw at your home. Your home deserves the best, and New Blue is here to help with all of your plumbing, electrical, and HVAC needs. Facing electrical issues due to the elements? We're on it. Plumbing concerns or emergencies? We're ready to fix it. HVAC struggling to keep up? We'll bring the climate back under control. So go to callnublue.com today. Go Pirates.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
Looking for the best craft beers, wine, and mead in Greenville? Visit Tub Thumpers Beverage House at 623 Red Banks Road. They're your one-stop shop for a unique selection of local brews, fine wines, and handcrafted meads. They also have your favorite domestic beers at great prices. Whether you're stocking up for a special occasion or just exploring new flavors, they've got something for every taste. With expert advice and great prices, Tub Thumpers is the place to find the perfect drink for any occasion. Stop by Tub Thumpers Beverage House today, where your next favorite drink is waiting.
Do you ever talk to yourself about where to eat today, and then you hear
Warren's Hot Dogs?
Then you're thinking, yeah, 2 hot dogs, chips, and a drink for $7.50 would be awesome.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
And maybe some homemade lemonade, perhaps a pizza or a sub, and definitely an apple or peach turnover.
Warren's Hot Dogs.
Don't overthink where to eat today. Go to Warren's Hot Dogs in Greenville across from Ron Ayers or in Chocowinity next to the fire station. Warren's Hot Dogs, serving the Pirate Nation since 1991. Go Pirates!
Before anyone walks into your business, the outside is what they see. Make sure your first impression is a good impression with the right curb appeal. Hi, this is Daniel Andrews from Dan Andrews Lawn Service. We specialize in making your business look great. Let us handle all your professional landscaping needs. We do it all so you don't ever have to worry. Residential services are also available. Call us today at 717-8006 and we'll come out and give you a free quote. Taking care of your landscaping needs is all we do, and we've been doing it for over 20 years. You can trust our reliable team at Dan Andrews Lawn Service, covering all of Eastern North Carolina.
The icy treat that can't be beat is Sparky Snowballs. From big kids to little kids, Sparky Snowballs has been making smiles happen for over 20 years. If you're not in the mood to chill out with a snowball, Sparky's funnel cakes and fried Oreos are a perfect Sparky-licious treat every time. Are you having an event, party, or fundraiser? Call Sparky's to come on site. Remember to follow Sparky's on Facebook or visit SparkySnowballs.com to see where they'll be next.
This is Pirate Radio, WGHB Farmville, 1250 at 92.7 FM Greenville, WDLX Washington, 930 at 104.1 FM Washington. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Golden Ticket Cinemas is Greenville's newest movie theater and is open in the Greenville Grand location on Greenville Boulevard near the Cracker Barrel, and IMAX is here. You can catch a movie in Greenville's only IMAX theater with laser projection, precision sound, custom theaters with stadium seating, and as always, unlimited popcorn. Get your movie tickets today at gtcinemas.com. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show in style at Golden Ticket Cinemas. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live, Shirley Rhodes, Jay Bone, Jared Watkins, intern Grayson. And finally, we welcome on Greg Hudson, who set a new record. He was the first person to ever curse before his segment officially started on Pirate
You don't
Radio.
win with turds.
That's true. You don't win with turds. But I can't be mad at Coach Hud today because he came bearing gifts. Shirley, can you find some Notre Dame fight song? We got it saved in Live at 5, or you can pull it up on YouTube. Because I am rocking a sweet Notre Dame pullover, courtesy of Greg Hudson.
Oh, you, man.
And I'm taking the Irish tonight. We got the Notre Dame lid.
It's a special one now.
How so? What am I looking at? The inside?
What game was that?
Oh, Miami 26. So you wore this? Mm-hmm. Game worn Greg Hudson hat.
Off of it. I just said you could look at it. Can you feel it?
Can I taste it? Can I? Did you better have won that game. Let me check.
We did.
All right, let me look.
We did, and that was the game And that Friday night before the game was the premiere of the 30 for 30, Catholics versus Convicts.
Oh, man. One of my favorites.
It was pretty cool.
Deshaun Kaiser, quarterback that day.
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
We played pretty good on that.
Amon-Ra's brother. How do you say his name? Equanimus St. Brown?
Yeah, whatever.
Amon-Ra's brother caught a touchdown pass in that game. David Njoku scoring for the Hurricanes.
Where's the totals?
What are you looking for? Box score?
How do we play on defense? Recap, box score, yeah.
Well, box score, I don't know if that'll tell you anything for defense. Let's see. You had a pick.
How many yards rushing they have? It was low. We stuffed it.
35 carries for 18 yards.
It was a bloodbath.
Holy moly.
Yeah.
And they only had 208. How'd they score 27 points?
Had a return. I think we
had to be some defensive scores or special teams or something.
Yeah.
Notre Dame wins on that day.
Yeah.
Well done. HUD, we went live to the Orange Bowl. Our buddy Chandler Honeycutt and Zach Kaplan are down there.
Yeah. I told him to give me a shout out. I gave him some spots to go to for he could go over to Notre Dame tailgate where some guys are. Probably could have met Tim Brown, met a Heisman Trophy, but he had Penn State gear on. But they would have welcomed him with open arms.
I meant to say this off the air so I don't sound dumb, but hey, I've sounded dumb before.
Not really.
I was thinking of Washington and Notre Dame player. I guess Joe Theismann would be the most famous. But I want to say in the 90s we had
Reggie Brooks, running back.
Brooks, and did Ricky Irvins, was he a Notre Dame guy? Did I make that up?
Ricky Waters? No.
He was, but he wasn't on the team.
No, he was at Philly. Then he went to San Francisco.
Ricky Irvins. Am I right or am I wrong? Yeah, I remember Brooks. He's from Fort Wayne, Indiana, but he went to USC. Okay, never mind. Ricky Irvins was a Southern Cal, so remember him as well.
No, I don't remember many Redskins as far. Well, we had one back in the 80s, Wally Klein, 6'9" defensive lineman.
Tom Carter.
Oh, jeez.
Did he?
TC was traded to him. As a matter of fact, I'll see him this weekend.
Yep. No, we drafted him. I remember drafting him.
Yeah, first round, wasn't he?
Number 17 overall, Tom Carter. Yep.
Yeah, good player, good guy. He started this foundation, which is similar to Holtz's Heroes, but it's for all former student athletes. It's called LAND, Life After Notre Dame, and it's a self-help, just a really neat thing that more and more schools are doing that we've been in contact with. USC, Michigan, Ohio State. It's becoming a big movement in post-play opportunities to help former student athletes.
Can I make a request to get him on the show to talk about that and football?
TC?
Yes.
Absolutely.
All right. Tom Carter.
You got to blow my phone up this weekend. I will see him tomorrow night and all day Saturday.
And HUD's heading to Charlotte and was making his travel plans a moment ago. You might have to leave a little early due to the weather.
Yeah, there might be a snowflake in the state of North Carolina. So there'll be choppers out and everything.
Freak out. We've got some comments on the gas station food. Jamie's right. Chandler likes egg rolls at gas stations. Forgot about that.
Oh.
He enjoyed that. Todd likes a barbecue and slaw sandwich from a gas station. Wow. Jamie said there was a gas station in Greenville that sold dry shrimp in a package. We bought them to eat as a prank at my bachelor party. Not good.
They're mentioning food you wouldn't eat at a really good restaurant, probably. Let alone go to
let alone a gas station.
Go to Shell.
All right, HUD, a lot to talk about. Before I forget, Todd Fitch.
Oh, yeah.
New gig. Going to Charlotte, right?
That's right.
Yeah, offensive coordinator. Good for him.
Todd said he was, I'm going to just jump back in it. Might not know what I'm doing, but I was like, man, come on. 60's the new 40.
Yeah.
Let it go. You know what? And go do whatever you want. Things you probably didn't do when you were a coordinator before and you wanted to do and have some fun with it. You lived in a great city. I'm happy for him.
So saw that. That's pretty cool. And speaking of former ECU coaches, assistants, Steve Shankweiler on the Holt Naylor show this week. So you can catch that.
Oh, I thought you were about to say he's coming back into action.
No.
I think you'll get him a Segway.
He's in a great run.
Poor Shank.
He has... If you just see from a distance his walk, he has a very distinctive walk, I will say.
Oh, yeah.
A lumber.
you see his head if you're behind him, and he disappears. If you tried to find him in a crowd, no, I love Shank.
I think he is in a perfect role connecting alumni, former players back to the university, because he is a lifer here at ECU and been around forever. So I'm glad he's still part of the football staff.
Maybe we should recommend C.J. Wilson for the Hall of Fame.
I would co-sign that. I almost wish, this is kind of lame, but like, you know how groups go in Hall of Fames, like the D-line from that era in the, you know what I'm saying?
You know what? At least name a damn defensive meeting room after him or something.
Yeah.
Put a plaque up.
He's got to be.
We can't even get a banner for the back-to-back championships in the hallway out there.
Talk to somebody, Hud.
They got candles lit around the old, what was it, the bowl in Georgia, Peach Bowl.
Yeah.
It's now the Chick-fil-A Bowl, you know.
Look, you know how
championships.
You come around here and bully and terrify Shirley and I. Go do that over at ECU.
Shirley.
Go do that over there.
Bullying here.
Go do that. Shirley's. Oh, y'all are friends now. Y'all are cool now. Y'all text each other.
Sick 'em, Shirley.
Yeah, we're cool now. I was terrified of him in the past. I mean, we there's no secret to that.
I'm in here laughing. I'm messing with you sometimes.
Yeah, oh, I know.
I'm just messing. Go talk to somebody, Hud. You can get stuff done.
Yeah, I've told you, and I'm in a new phase of my life. I'm going to say more.
I know. I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm not going to hold back.
All right, I need to ask you the tough questions then.
Now, some of my answers might be yes, no, but
Hud's a big I didn't say that guy. Like, he'll imply something, and I'll say, oh, so you're saying this? And you'll say, I didn't say that.
Well, technically, if you want to break it down, it's like when you ask me, do you think so-and-so is going to win? And I'll say, well, no. Do you think they can win? And I'll say, well, yeah.
They can, yeah.
But ask me if they will.
All right, we got some Franklin and Freeman questions. Let me get to those real quick. Is Franklin saying Notre Dame should be in a conference worthy bulletin board material?
No.
What is that about?
Frank's right, you know, and he comes across a different duck, and he is. He's a really good guy. I've known him for 25 years. We used to run around Southern California chasing junior college players around when I was at Cincinnati. I think he was at Washington State or Idaho or something crazy. And, you know, he's smart. He's a people person, but he's going to say what he believes, and he's not just going to throw it off his cuff. He's smart about what he says.
Like he did that post game where we played his comments after the Maryland game.
Like, dude, he was right.
He was 100% right.
Yeah, keep throwing the deep ball. Keep blitzing until somebody gets hurt, and then we win by 30, and we got our, one of our players is out. So Frank, said we're comparing apples and oranges, and he's right, because if you're not playing in a conference, and if you're not playing the equal number of games, 8 or 9, how do you have a complete balanced evaluation? You don't. It's skewed. And the reason Notre Dame can stay independent, 1, because they want to, 2, they can afford to. But listen, the SEC and the Big Ten, they're the grand poobahs, right? They move the needle in the decision making. Do you think either one of them wants to allow Notre Dame to join the other's conference? Do you think the Big Ten wants Notre Dame in the SEC? Do you think they would rather have him in their conference, right?
Sure.
Well, do you think the SEC wants that? No, they want him in their conference.
Right.
So what are they going to do? They're going to give Notre Dame anything they want to keep him from going to the other guy's conference. They know they're not going to go to the ACC or the Big 12, which the ACC may make a lot of sense because the other sports are in it, but that TV money's all jacked up.
This conversation has been going on forever, seemingly. I don't know about when you were in school. Like, was that a conversation, like joining a conference back then, or was it?
Yeah.
Because there was a lot of independent schools back then,
There was
too.
a time back in the 90s that the Big Ten made a push, but you got to remember, Notre Dame wanted to get in the Big Ten decades ago. They wanted to get in the Big Ten. I know they were turned down once.
Oh, okay.
I think it was actually twice. And they said, see ya.
Okay.
Forever.
Yeah. It's interesting. It's a Penn State coach bringing it up because when did Penn State join? Because they were independent too, right?
Yeah, all the way back to early 90s.
Yeah. And then Notre Dame has this deal with the ACC where they play basketball. They play all Olympic sports.
Yeah.
It's pretty much everything but football.
Football plays 5 rotating games.
Right.
4.
They do that.
Which was no change. We were already doing that. And I say we. Notre Dame was already doing that. I guess I can say we, but it's really not.
Did you get a degree, a real degree, or did they just give you one?
Well,
did you earn it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I got more than one.
Did you go to class?
Yeah.
Okay.
Not always.
All right. Enough?
Yeah.
Okay.
Last in medical school, still a doctor. Here's what my GPA was.
Still a doctor.
I have an undergraduate and I have a minor in business administration, and I did part of my master's degree.
You've been so many places. You got any honorary degrees? Shall we give you one at East Carolina?
Nobody giving me one of those. No way.
But do you think, like, it kind of depends on where we go with college football. If we have the big split,
it goes to 4,
and
4 conferences and stays like that, and we have
and then
470 teams,
right?
Then
Notre Dame will end up somewhere.
I think so.
Yeah,
I don't want to say I think so. You got to probably do it. I mean,
yeah. All right, let's talk about the fun stuff, which is the games. And
okay.
The on the field stuff. First of all, Notre Dame defeating Georgia. Ooh. That was fun. Yeah. It was good to see because it wasn't like smoke and mirrors or fluky. Like they played man football.
Played some ball.
Yeah. And
the defensive line stepped up. I tell you, the young man, Young, number 30, the defensive end that got 2 penalties.
I meant to text you. Tell Bryant Young's kid. Tell Bryant.
I was literally getting ready to text BY, like, dude, calm your boy down. Like
but I'm sure he
BY walks in here right now, and you'd say he'd still get 3 sacks.
No doubt. He was an intimidating dude when he played. Hadn't seen him in a decade or two. But
looks exactly the same.
But, man, what was going on? He had 3 penalties.
He was hyped.
Yeah.
He's a Frisbee dog. He's out there just going.
Hit the punter twice in a row when they were trying to get off the field.
It's the punter's fault.
I reckon. They got lucky on the first one. That should have been a 15-yarder.
I've seen that look on Freeman's face so many times, when we were working together. They show him on the sideline, and he starts shaking his head, and his lips start moving like, what the? Well,
here's what worries me about the Irish. Penn State has jumped out to big leads. I'm worried if Notre Dame gets behind. Do they have the ability, the firepower to play from behind?
Yeah, they have it. It's just can they get open? Penn State's got a good defense. Your secondary's good. Notre Dame's got decent skill. Is it the tight end hurt also this recently with Notre Dame, the main tight end?
Yeah, I don't know their full injuries.
That's a void you sort of feel this year. Over the last 15 years, really Notre Dame's been tight end U for quite a while.
Yeah,
that's missing.
Well, Penn State is now because they have the best tight end in the nation. Warren.
Now,
they have the best one. Yeah,
yeah, but I'm talking year after year.
Yeah, I got you.
This guy. You can't let him free release. You got to take a penalty, and you just got to grab him when he releases and get him out of the route formation and timing off.
And Franklin will get funky. They were just showing the USC highlights where Tyler Warren snaps the ball, runs 50 yards and catches it in the end zone.
Recess. I call it recess ball. Like when you're in grade school, you just went out there and you had 25 guys on offense and 25 on defense.
Well, let me ask you about the Notre Dame play where they had the punt team on, they rushed them off, put the offense back on. Why was Kirby smart? Was he right saying you can't do that? What was he bitching about there?
You can't once the center, the hands are on the ball and something's, whenever every formation set or something like that.
Okay.
And the center's hands did not touch the ball.
So it was legal.
Yeah. As far as I know. I didn't get granular on that rule. But I will tell you this. That wasn't a surprise to the referees. That's discussed in pregame.
Oh, right. Okay.
Yeah, they're not going to just say, we're going to sneak this in on the refs, because then you're taking a chance that a ref's bad decision is going to.
Interesting.
That's discussed.
Yeah.
This is what we're going to do. It's drawn up. Boom, boom, boom.
Yeah. So did you have, I guess on defense, offense, you have those discussions. Do you say anything to the ref?
This guy's chop blocking.
Oh,
this
right.
formation's illegal.
I've been watching tape. This guy's held every play. It hadn't been called. Keep an eye on him.
This guy's illegal on every single pass protection.
Right.
You know, this center is the word is this center is rocking the ball and he's clearing his throat. You know, getting guys to jump.
Interesting.
Illegal substitutions used to be a big thing, and stuff like that. So they've cleaned it up a little bit. It used to be the chop blocks and the cracks from outside in.
We see it when it happens in basketball because officials are right that we can see it on the camera. But football, we don't see a ton of the coach and ref discussions. Did you have refs ever tell you to, hey, chill out, coach? Or did you get a lot of that?
Not a lot, no. What I would do instead of getting in an argument with them, I would talk to a player like this, and the ref's right there, and I'd say, listen, this guy has no frickin' idea what he's looking at. This may be the worst I've ever seen in the history of football.
Right.
He can't help himself, you know. And I did have a signal. Remember Carol Burnett used to pull on her ear? Yes, some of the guys, they'd come at me, and I'd start yelling at them. And I'd pull on my ear, and that meant I was either faking like I was yelling at him, so the head coach would think I'm pissed at him, and I really wasn't, or I was saying something to the referee that I knew would get me a sideline warning, and so I would just tug on my ear. Quentin Cotton used to just shake his head and start laughing.
More HUD Jedi mind tricks that we've heard so much about.
That's the dumbest call in the world.
Let's take a break. We'll come back. Vegas Ferguson, best Notre Dame running back. I got to be honest, I don't know who that is.
Late 70s. I used to watch him on Sunday mornings. Just when your name's Vegas Ferguson.
That's a cool name. He says Jerome Bettis, second best. I do remember the bus very well. We'll take a break, come back, have more for you. Pirate Radio Live with Coach Hood. Back with you after this.
Pest Tech wants to thank Pirate Nation for voting them the #1 pest control company in Eastern North Carolina. Pest Tech is a full-service pest control company offering a complete range of indoor and outdoor pest management and extermination services. Your experience is the Pest Tech guarantee, with a promise to deliver you results while keeping you, your family, and the environment safe. Call the best of the best to get rid of your pests. 353-4760. Pest Tech, the official pest control company of Pirate Radio.
Okay, you have got to come to the Loose Goose. I mean, right now, come to the Loose Goose, 241 Four Lines Road, Winterville, North Carolina. We are a part of Advanced Moving and Storage. All the cool things that we buy, find, oh my word, you won't believe it. We've got everything from furniture to every kind of household thing that you need except appliances. The Loose Goose. We're open Monday through Friday, 8:30 to 5:30, and on Saturdays, 10 till 5. You're going to be so glad you did.
If you're in the market for a swimming pool and you're located from the capital to the coast, Elite Pools can make it happen for you. They are the Carolina's premier fiberglass and concrete pool builder and renovation contractor. Every pool is built with the highest quality products and on schedule. Visit the Elite Pool showroom located across from Agri Supply in Greenville with fiberglass pools on site and a design center to simplify all of your pool selections. They also have a full service department with pool supplies and they provide expert water analysis. Call Elite Pools today at 689-6557 or visit ElitePoolsNC.com. For pools, think Elite Pools.
This is Talbot Green with Integrity Home Mortgage. Are you ready and pre-approved if the home you want to purchase comes for sale today? This is a very important step when trying to purchase a home in the current market. Integrity Home Mortgage offers a wide variety of loan programs. Our team of Talbot Green, Braxton Green, and Joanne Weir has over 50 years of experience and is committed to providing you with the superior customer service you deserve.
To get started, call me, Joanne Weir, at 531-1148.
Joanne Weir, NMLS 75974. For informational purposes only, Integrity Home Mortgage Corporation is an equal housing lender, NMLS 208516. There's a common misbelief today that to make it further, you need to push yourself, that you need to give up any joy to continue your rigid routine. Or you could try another way. Take some time to enjoy life, like having a Michelob Ultra with friends, because happiness is essential to living an exceptional life. Michelob Ultra, a refreshing and balanced flavor with only 2.6 carbs and 95 calories. It's only worth it if you enjoy it. Enjoy responsibly. Michelob Ultra, proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989.
Jimmy John's introduces the Smoked Cheddar Bourbon Club. Enjoy premium roast beef or turkey, crisp bacon, smoked cheddar cheese, and an all-new creamy sriracha bourbon sauce to take it up a notch. All on freshly baked French bread. This Smoked Cheddar Bourbon Club is here for a limited time, so get yours today in-store or on the app. Watch for Jimmy John's popular pickle chips coming soon and peppermint cookies in December. Jimmy John's on Fire Tower Road, Cotant Street, or Moy Boulevard in Greenville, and online at jimmyjohns.com.
This is Holt Nailers for my friends at Anson Belts, the belts that I wear. Go to ansonbelt.com to find micro-adjustable holeless belts with over 30 plus options of a 1/4 inch apart instead of your typical 5 holes 1 inch apart, always giving you the perfect fit every time. If your waist fluctuates, Anson Belt is great because you can always find the perfect fit any time of the year. ansonbelt.com, over 10,000 combinations to choose from, a belt for every occasion, and the official belt of the Holt Nailor Show.
Pirate Radio is your radio home for the NFL playoffs. Tune in Saturday as the Chargers take on the Texans.
Snap to Herbert, drops deep, throws deep down the left side, over the shoulder, diving catch by Darius Davis in the end zone. Touchdown Chargers!
And after that, it's the Steelers at the Ravens in an AFC North showdown.
Jackson runs to his right. He's going to lane 40, 35-30, down the near sideline. Jackson on his way to the end zone. Touchdown Ravens!
Catch all the playoff action right here on Pirate Radio, your radio home for Super Bowl 59.
This is Andre Allison, the first receiver to catch for 1,000 in ECU history. You're listening to Pirate Radio, the voice of Pirate Nation.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Do you want to get rid of wrinkles, tighten and lift your skin, smooth your skin texture, erase veins and brown spots, get rid of unwanted hair and under-eye fat pads? Are you interested in Botox or filler? Contact the licensed professionals at Beauty Bar MediSpa for a free consultation and ask about their newest technologies and treatments. Beauty Bar MediSpa on Red Banks Road in Greenville. Enjoy your visit. Love your transformation. And the Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of pirates in eastern North Carolina. And coming up on Friday night, JP Guns will be performing. And then on Saturday, it'll be the Lost Artists Band. And, of course, ladies, you get in free all weekend long. And your Sunday Fun Day is covered as well. Every Sunday, kick off the day with the largest 4K screen in Greenville, along with 18 TVs, so you don't miss a game. And they do a weekly jersey giveaway starting at 5 o'clock. Score every Sunday at the Buck. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
All right, I'll be at the Buck on Monday night. Excited to be at Overtime Tavern tonight. We'll play some sports trivia. We'll watch Notre Dame and Penn State.
Where's that at?
That is right by Krispy Kreme across from Sheetz, right down the road here.
Sheetz?
Sheetz.
Stuff in there.
You can say Sheetz on the radio.
Only if you got a Sheetz.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
That's a bunch of sheets.
They have Shirley. Come on.
Thank you. I'll be here till Thursday.
They have these beer towers. I'm not a drinker anymore, but they're like yay tall, fill of beer, and it's almost like your personal keg at the table. It's really cool. I enjoy the burgers and the Mountain Dew, but all right. Speaking of sports trivia, Grayson, let's do a nickname sports trivia. I'm going to name the teams in the college football playoff. You tell me the school's mascot.
Oh God. Okay.
Notre Dame.
Vikings.
Oh God, stab me with a nice pick.
The Fighting Irish. Notre Dame's taking on Penn State. Now that's a weird one.
Owls.
Oh.
Does this look like an owl?
A bear.
The Nittany Lions. Nittany Lions. All right, you got to get these next two.
Okay.
Tomorrow night, Texas.
Longhorns.
Yeah. And applause. Ohio State.
I feel like I know this one.
We got to play charades with Hud. He's going bug teeth and pointing to his Ohos.
Beaver?
Not bad. That's not terrible from what you're doing. Buckeyes.
Buckeyes. I knew that.
I knew you knew
that.
All right, there you go. There's sports
Maybe that
trivia.
is not a good. But well, that was my signal for Tampa 2. Buccaneers too deep.
Buck. Okay, I like that.
Honky check. Red honky honky. We didn't need Tampa 2 for honky check.
Shout out to North Dakota State winning the FCS championship.
Speaking of, speaking of good football players.
Yeah, they were.
Speaking of Hoosiers,
Steve Spurrier watching that game, his head exploded probably.
What is this, junior college?
Oh,
Where's this, Kansas?
Jamie says any rule changes we should be expecting going into next season. How in tune are you with that stuff, Hud? Do you know?
Yeah. But I don't know now.
Right.
But
that's more.
When it starts going through the committees and they're voting on it, there's going to be something. There's always going to be something in special teams come up. And, they'll get on. Well, I think they're going to get a little closer on the RPOs.
Meaning what?
And how far downfield the lineman can actually fake blocking.
Right.
Because they say they're blocking the play, which they are most of the time, but there's plenty of play actions where an uncontested lineman goes,
ECU had a ton of those at the start of the season.
Because they were doing it too far.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're doing it within the intent of the rule and you're physically blocking the running play, I get it. We got to live with that. It's play action pass. But if you're doing it with the intent to deceive, you're a bad cheater. You got to cheat better.
Right.
You got to coach it. You know what it is? It's freaking coaching. You got to coach it better.
Kind of like the rub or the pick, whatever you want to call it.
I did when I was
there are
alive.
good cheaters and bad cheaters.
Just like getting players. If you're cheating to get players and you lose, you're a bad cheater. If you're paying players back when you couldn't, you better be winning.
You better be getting them. Yeah.
Do you think they'll ever implement that new NFL kickoff into college football? Good.
No.
Good.
Yeah.
Good.
Hope not.
It'll be mutiny. The fans in college would quit going. They'd be like, we ain't watching this stuff. I mean, that looks. It's so bad I can't even talk about it. I mean, it really is bad.
It's Mickey Mouse, really.
I mean, you made it a gimmick. It's the one thing that football had not been. It was a true game of getting dirty and blocking and tackling, and now that put the gimmick in it, which is when it came from the XFL or whatever.
Yeah.
Trickles down. Well, it trickled up this time, which I thought Sheets ran downhill.
Hey, way to censor yourself there.
With a Z.
We got a new defensive coordinator, Josh Aldridge. Do you know anything about Josh Aldridge?
No, I don't. I did know he was at Liberty, right?
Yes,
Liberty?
at one point.
They had a pretty good run at that time. How much caffeine does this guy have, Kenny?
Kenny Dillingham.
Man, he's got to have a Starbucks IV.
I like him. Josh Aldridge was at Liberty before going to Auburn.
Yeah.
And now coming to East Carolina. He was on the Brian Bailey show. Heisman voter, Brian Bailey.
Wow.
On Monday. And Bailey asked him why he wanted to come to East Carolina. Cut one.
I thought about a passionate fan base. I have a lot of coaching friends who have coached in the American Conference, and all of them rave about the atmosphere at home games in their stadium, and then I see all the pictures and things like that online, and that was what I had heard, just how supportive of a fan base it is for a Group of 5 school.
Josh Aldridge on the Brian Bailey show got one more cut. I wanted you to hear
What
this
was he
one.
coaching at Auburn?
He was linebackers and then DNs.
Okay.
And now
he gets a chance to be a defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
So
he talked about his philosophy on recruiting. Let's hear that, Shirley.
A place like ECU is a special place, right? And we don't have to settle. Coach Harrell said that the whole time. When we bring guys on visits, we make sure they know they're recruiting us as much as we're recruiting them. We don't have to have them here and things like that, and understand that here's how it's going to be. And I think that's the best way to recruit is when you recruit, one, just be yourself. right? Because if you're not yourself and then you convince them to come and you are yourself when they get here, it's not going to work out because they were expecting you to be a different way.
Right.
The other thing I think is when you're recruiting a young man is you give clear expectations of how it's going to be and be brutally honest. And if he doesn't like those, he won't come. But if you don't lay out those expectations and then he comes and he finds out and he can't meet them, well, that's your fault. Right. So I know Coach Harrell agrees, but I always try to be really clear when we have guys on campus. Look, here's how it's going to be, and spell every single thing out for them. And if they're about that, then they'll come. If they're not about that, they won't come, and you're better off anyway.
Hud, you were in it for decades. I'm on the outside, but I've always thought it was a tricky game. Like, you've got to almost wine and dine these guys, and then they get here, then you coach them hard. Or is Josh Aldridge more right? Like, how honest are you with recruits, and how much are you sugarcoating things to get them here? You know what I'm saying?
You're doing both.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's got to be a mix.
Yeah. I mean, your personality's a little more amplified. It's amazing. Some guys twang changes when they suddenly start recruiting.
Brian Kelly had his family down at LSU.
Yeah, that's a little over the top, but no, you're putting on a presentation, and when you do a presentation, even in class,
right? Yeah, good point.
That's what it is. You're presenting the university. You're presenting that product to a family to turn their child over to you, and where it's morphed into now, there's a potential bank account involved. Now you can be a little more like, here's the deal, and take it or leave it. But you also have to make sure that the ones that do take it better be the ones that you definitely want. And the other thing with the portal, I think guys in the recruiting they're accelerated in the portal, but the rest of the stuff can be a little more patient. You can be a little sensitive to holding on to some numbers, or maybe we'll see how the vote goes for the 105 and what's going to happen to the walk-on programs, which is another catastrophe that they've allowed to happen in college football, to where we go to 105, there's going to be no more walk-ons. They're going to have to cut guys for the spring, which is a travesty. And I don't know what the plan is. At some schools, I've talked to some guys about it, South Bend, and it's a sad deal.
So is that going to be like the cap, the limit of players?
There's guys going to be on the sideline for this game that may be on a special team or something, that there's a chance they're going to be told that when this vote goes down and it's going to go 105, you're gone.
That Georgia guy that tripped the referee?
He gone.
He's gone.
There's guys that know already. At some schools, they've been told that it's over.
Yeah, didn't think about that impact. Speaking of recruiting and portal and the way it is now, I don't want to put words in John David Baker's mouth. I have the quote. He was on the show, but I said, do you ever kind of say, hey, man, come here. Your dream might be to play at this school, but come here and, you might could go somewhere else if you have a good year. And he said, well, you kind of got to be honest with them and maybe use that as a recruiting pitch. Like, you don't want to say it, but it could be a good pitch to some players.
Yeah.
It is the reality of the situation.
I mean, if you want to, then are you a junior college?
I know.
Come here and be good for 2 years, and then hopefully you can move on. And then
you don't want it to be that way, but, like, that's the way it is.
You just want to, you know what, right now, the life expectancy of a football team is 1 year.
1 year.
So you better start worrying about 1 year.
Get them here.
Load them up, and you got to be like this. You got to pull them all in, because at some point you're going to need everybody on that roster. I think I said when we were talking about games in the Big 12, Iowa State at one point had played 106 players had played in the football games. And some of them we probably didn't expect to play all year because of injuries. And the season's getting longer, and we're going to start, we're going to start showing up for practice after the 4th of July.
The season's getting earlier and later. Yeah.
They're going to have to shift it back a week.
Oh, we're going to have a week -1 before I die. We've gone to week 0, whatever the hell that is. We're going to go to week -1.
They're just going to say this week 1. And then it'll clear up December. I mean, you may get back to where it's all done at the end of November.
That was something I think Josh Aldridge was talking about off the air the other day, how to kind of fix the calendar a little bit.
Yeah, it's a wreck.
Yeah. All right, let's get another break in. We'll come back more with Greg Hudson. We'll get our Fleet Feet rundown when we return, let you know what's going on in sports tonight. Back with you after this.
There have been many changes in the automotive world. At Phelps Chevrolet, the Phelps boys are here to take care of you. Mike, Daryl, and 4 of Mr. Phelps' grandsons, Wade, West, Allen, and Clay. You see, things at Phelps remain the same. The Phelps team has served Eastern North Carolina for over 50 years. We make your visit easy and fun. We are your neighbors, and that's what neighbors do. Phelps Chevrolet in Greenville. Like Mr. Phelps' great-granddaughter says, come in and get you one.
Find new roads with Chevrolet at PhelpsChevrolet.com.
Country Mart has been locally owned and operated for over 40 years and is your premier country store serving the best cheese biscuits and country food around. Country Mart is open every day and has 2 locations in Bethel on Highway 11 and in Stokes on Highway 903. Both Country Mart locations are top-of-the-line fuel stations serving Shell gas, including 93 ethanol-free high-octane gas, which is the best for all you boat owners. Country Mart, fueling you up with great food in your engines with great gasoline. Go Pirates.
How much America is in a can of 4 Loko USA? Take a pro wrestler, give him apple pie picks, bald eagle biceps, fists of 4-wheel drive and legs spinning drones. Then add even more America. More America. USA. Tastes like real.
Let me show you what goes on behind the scenes when making a Shaq-a-Roni.
Bust it.
We created Shaq-a-Roni my way, an extra large pizza topped with extra cheese and extra pepperoni. It's a simple recipe. We take everything you love, then we build it bigger. Pizza gets bigger when you Shaq-a-Roni.
Hey, Pirate fans, Papa John's is the MVP move for game day or any day. Place your order online at papajohns.com and sign up for Papa Rewards. Papa John's, better ingredients, better pizza. Go Pirates.
Happy New Year, Pirates. It's Lindsay Gray with Carolina Caliber. Winter Chill is here, and we're continuing our biggest sale of last year with the largest selection of firearms and accessories in Eastern NC. You'll find major markdowns on tons of brands, including Springfield, Benelli, Smith & Wesson, Browning, Sig Sauer, Bagara, Henry, Beretta, Ruger, Glock, Federal, Hornady, Winchester, and the list goes on. Don't miss your chance to warm up with these once-a-year hot products with hot prices. Shop online or stop on by Carolina Caliber on Fire Tower Road in Winterville. It's a time-honored tradition.
I'm Michael Vaughn with East Coast Grading and Utilities. Many of you know my dad, David Vaughn, and his work in putting in subdivisions all over Pirate Nation. But East Coast Grading and Utilities is not just for those type of big jobs. We're here for the homeowners. Whether it's concrete, driveways, hauling rock, or sand, whatever you need, East Coast Grading and Utilities can get the job done. Call us at 252-531-7494 or check us out on Facebook at East Coast Grading and Utilities.
At Chicken Salad Chick, we make our food from scratch every day using fresh quality ingredients. We have 12 flavors of chicken salad, plus soups, sides, sandwiches, and desserts. Whether you're craving traditional, savory, spicy, or fruity and nutty chicken salad, we have something for everyone. All of our delicious chicken salads conveniently packaged in take-home containers and multiple sizes for you or the whole family. Visit Chicken Salad Chick or order online today. Now open at 112 Red Banks Road in Greenville. Chicken Salad Chick.
Are you ready for some outdoor fun? Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is your complete source for recreation and marine sales and service. With a full selection of ATVs, side-by-sides, motorcycles, slingshots, watercraft, pontoons, and boats, Big Rock Power Sports and Marine is sure to have what you're looking for in everyday adventure. With 5 locations in North Carolina, Rocky Mount, Lake Gaston, New Bern, Elizabeth City, and of course, Greenville. You can find us on Facebook and Instagram or online at BigRockPowersports.com. Big Rock Power Sports and Marine. Choose your adventure.
Pirate Radio.
Brace yourselves, lads.
The voice of the Pirate Nation.
I do know a thing or two about pirates.
You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room is your favorite place in downtown Greenville for lunch, dinner, or drinks with friends. 5th Street serves lunch and dinner Tuesday through Sunday, plus brunch starting at 10:30 on Saturdays and Sundays. Follow 5th Street on Instagram for the latest events and specials. 5th Street Hardware Restaurant and Tap Room, right beside the State Theater in downtown Greenville. Now let's head back into PRL. Here's Clip.
Back with you, Pirate Radio Live. Greg Hudson joining us. Shirley Rhodes, Justin, Jarrett Watkins, Grayson. Do we know your last name? Do you say your last name on the air?
Yeah, it's Brann. Brann. If you take the G off my name, it's actually Raisin Bran.
All right, that's one way to remember it.
Well, sheesh.
I went to church with some Brands back in the day. All right, Alex Harper, tell us about our friends at Fleet Feet.
Hey, Pirate Nation. Be sure you have the best and most comfortable shoes this tailgate season with a stop at Fleet Feet. Locally owned and operated by ECU alum Chris Lunyon. Fleet Feet of Greenville provides solutions through one-on-one services to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Go see them at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet. They run for you.
All right, our Fleet Feet rundown. It is Notre Dame and Penn State tonight. Hud, do you have an official pick? Do you have a score? Is it high scoring, low scoring? What kind of game tonight?
I think you're going to see two types of activities in the game, field goals and punts. I think those will be the two most prevalent things that you see. And then a lot of defense and a lot of defensive players up near the line of scrimmage trying to stop both running games and the tight end for Penn State, make each other beat you throwing the football. You get good weather to throw it in, being down in Florida.
True, yeah.
And there's not any rain or something like that. So, can each offense technically beat the opponent left-handed and that's what you want to do on defense. You want to make them do stuff that they're not comfortable with.
Sometimes football looks foreign the way it used to be, but tonight sounds kind of like an old school Greg Hudson type of game. You enjoy it.
Yeah, and you know what? You got to learn how to win close games and be resilient. And those teams that have the discipline to do that, and turnovers will be huge. And always in postseason is what happens in the kicking game. You see guys missing kicks that haven't missed all year. You see punts go back. You see kickoff returns go back.
They're showing a Notre Dame return as we speak. That could be a factor.
Yeah, you haven't seen something like that since Rocket Ishmael. Now
Rocket Man.
It's been a while. Except they should have grabbed him by the hair.
Oh, did he pull a hammy there? Oh, I think he's all right. He was celebrating. Kenny says, as a defensive coordinator, what did Coach Hud see on the Rajay winning touchdown run for East Carolina? We talked about it with John David Baker. From the offensive perspective, said they did a lot of man-to-man, thought he could, if everybody did their job, that Rajay could get loose, and that's what happened.
If you want to sit in man coverage, man-to-man, at some point you're going to get split. And a lot of times it happens crazy backed up. And the sad part is, he may be fast, but, usually – when you're going to have somebody that at that distance.
Rajay's not a home run guy, which is why we were all kind of surprised.
Well, I was like, that guy just walked him.
Yeah.
So either the pursuit angles were crap, but I'm not going to give any non-credit to the execution of ECU. They called the right play at the right time. The guys got on a block, had on a hat, and you're going to get a man situation. You're going to get a crease, and then the kid hit it. I've watched running backs all season with the Joe Moore Award stuff, and I'm telling you, it's like every game I watch, I'm like, who are these guys? I want to send a text or an email to these guys coaching. I'm like, what do you guys do in individual drill, and do you work on your tracks? And I've from the pros to down to high school film, these running backs just run into the back of offensive linemen. They're not on their tracks, and there's so much hurry up and tempo that the fundamentals have gotten out of it. So footwork's off, quarterback's footwork's off, and they're not in sync with the offensive line. And the running backs have hurt the running game, I think, more than any position in college football.
Yeah.
And they get all the credit, and the offensive line gets all the blame. The other guy that screws it up is the freaking quarterback because his footwork's off. So if his footwork's off, he's going to push the running back farther away from the track. Now he's not in sync with the offensive line, and it's all a sheets. Just a big pile of sheets.
Well done. Boy, I don't think about that stuff. That's interesting. I mean, there's a lot of guys that have done it. I think back to Edgerrin James in the early 2000s, late 90s with the Colts and Peyton Manning, where he would almost like come to a complete stop behind the O-line and then shoot right
Marion
through.
Barber,
It was awesome.
as fast as he was perfectly slow.
Right.
In the running game, and that's why we were running the zone better than anybody in America at Minnesota back then. And those guys just have to have patience to where. And you watch tonight when they're running the zone plays, when the offensive line goes on their blocks and the back gets the ball, when they start pressing, their shoulders should be the same once they get to the line of scrimmage. So once they get on their blocks, the shoulders of the lineman and this back should be similar to each other. Then they're in phase, and then he's on a specific track, on a lane. But if you're not, you just run into the back of offensive lineman. You want to piss an offensive lineman off? Run into his back. A lot.
Hud, if we do this for like 12 more years, I might learn something about football.
You go coach. Everybody else thinks they can. You might as well.
I want to be a coach one day. What's your resume? Greg Hudson spent an hour with me for a year.
Oh, not that jackass. You're out of here. You're
out.
fired.
All right. College basketball tonight. Big Ten action. It is Big Ten. It's Oregon, Ohio State. It's a Big Ten matchup. Purdue, Boiler. We Boiler and up or down?
Up.
They got Rutgers tonight.
Hammer down.
On the road. Washington at Michigan State. Those are all the top 25 games tonight, all involving Big Ten games. So there you go.
They'll have a student or one of their interns on the sideline with a cell phone giving them updates on the score that somebody's bet on, I guarantee it.
Who are we talking about right now?
He's playing the basketball game.
Hey,
did you get the score?
Oh, right, yeah. Man, I had the first half under. That stinks.
Dang it.
All right, Coach Hud, new segment on the show. Jarrett is providing us with Alan Jackson news. Are you an Alan Jackson fan? Chattahoochee. Well, yesterday, so what did we report yesterday, Jarrett?
A lady in Georgia was scammed out of $3,000 worth of gift cards because she believed that she was in a relationship with Alan Jackson.
She got catfished by an Alan Jackson impersonator. And but we have an update to the story?
Yes, Alan Jackson and his team have put out a statement, and I quote, Alan, his manager, or his management team will never message you from a social media direct message or phone number asking for money, gift cards, or meeting in person. If an account requests money from you, please report their profile to the social platform. Please stay safe online and avoid talking with any direct messages or comments claiming to be Alan or his team from Alan Jackson.
All right.
He just announced that like that was a national warning.
Well, to me it is.
Like there's a storm.
I don't care about Jimmy Carter or the fires. All I care about is Alan Jackson.
Get that on.
Wow.
Put it on a T-shirt.
On tape. But you know what's going to happen, Jared? That next lady that gets that DM from Alan Jackson is going to say, I know that they said this isn't him, but I can tell.
Baby, it's me.
This is the real AJ. All right, let's get our final break in. We'll come back, wrap it up with Greg Hudson on a Thursday edition of Pirate Radio Live after this.
Where do you find the best selection of pre-owned vehicles in Eastern North Carolina? It's DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com is a combination of 4 dealerships in Eastern North Carolina with a fully stocked inventory of over 200 SUVs, trucks, and cars. If you're looking to upgrade your vehicle or purchase for a new driver in the house, get shopping today at DriveHereNow.com. DriveHereNow.com, supporting the Pirates for over 47 years.
The Buccaneer Music Hall is your beacon of music in the land of the Pirates in the NC. Open at noon 7 days a week with live music. Come enjoy sports trivia with me, Clip Rock, every Monday. Tuesday and Wednesday, it's live local acoustic night, along with line dancing from 7 to 9 on Wednesday. Thursday, there's a brand new lineup with Singo starting at 8, followed by karaoke with DJ Dog. Ladies and free both Friday and Saturday nights with the best local bands in the area. Finish the weekend with free games and DJ Kids Scene.
Y'all come get bugged up.
Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry has been Greenville's premier dental practice for over 40 years. I am Dr. Chris Gateway, and our mission at Michaels & Gateway is to provide exceptional dental care with compassion, integrity, and innovation, ensuring every patient leaves with a healthy, confident smile. Doctors Michaels & Gateway are committed to providing an outstanding patient experience with every visit. Not only do we offer all your dental needs under one roof, in most cases, we can take care of those needs on the same day. Bring your smile to us at Michaels & Gateway Cosmetic and Family Dentistry.
IMAX is here with mind-blowing images and earth-shattering sound. Come experience the first IMAX theater in Eastern North Carolina, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas in Greenville. Crystal clear IMAX laser projection and precision sound come together to provide the ultimate movie experience. And as always, Golden Ticket Cinemas has unlimited popcorn and the best selection of concessions around. Book your tickets at gtcinemas.com and come experience the best in cinematic quality. IMAX, only at Golden Ticket Cinemas.
Enjoy the warm air, circulating moments after you turn up the heat. Precise control of cooking temperatures. Enough hot water on demand for everyone's shower. The instant glow of warmth when you turn on your fireplace or fire pit. Never having to change a gas tank on your outdoor grill. Experience the affordable luxury of natural gas. Find out more at GUC.com.
Hey Pirate Nation, be sure to have the best and comfortable shoes with a stop at Fleet Feet. This is ECU alum Chris Lunyon, owner of Fleet Feet of Greenville, and we provide solutions through one-on-one service to runners, walkers, and everyone in between. Fleet Feet has the tools and technology to get you in the right shoe, including a 3D foot scanner that measures arch height, width, and more. Come visit us at 207 East Arlington Boulevard in the old Gordon's Golf location. Fleet Feet, we run for you.
Russell's is a full-service clothing store for both men and women. Family-owned and operated in historic downtown Washington for 41 years. This is Rhonda from Russell's, and we visit the country's largest markets to bring you quality clothing at affordable prices. From the finest in men's suits, sports coats, and accessories to fashionable dresses, tops, and jewelry for the women. Our attention to every detail means personal service and in-house alterations. Give Russell's a try. You, our pirate friends and customers at Russell's Clothing in downtown Washington. Go Pirates!
Bostic Sugg Furniture's January sale and clearance is happening now. We've made dramatic price reductions on furniture and mattresses store-wide to make room for new styles. Save up to 70% off discontinued items. Don't miss your chance to get beautiful furniture at exceptional values. Plus, 6-month special financing. New year, new mattress, better sleep. Save on our great selection of comfortable mattresses with up to 48 months special financing during the January sale and clearance at Bostic Sugg Furniture.
Pirate Radio. We are the local station you love. Anytime, anywhere, on air and on digital. You're listening to Hour 3 of Pirate Radio Live. This hour of PRL is brought to you by Bud Light, reminding Pirate fans to stay in the game and drink responsibly. Bud Light, the official beer of the ECU Pirates, and proudly distributed by Carolina Eagle Distributing since 1989. Now, back to the show.
Welcome back. Checking a look at your stock market report, the Dow was up 106 points at 42,635. The NASDAQ was down 10 points at 19,478, and the S&P was up 9 at 5,918. That is your Wells Fargo Advisors Stock Market Report. For a personal look into investing, call Wells Fargo Advisors today at 756-6900 in Greenville. Wells Fargo Advisors, LLC, member SIPC. Now let's head back into the show.
All right, wrapping it up with Greg Hudson. I'm looking at the Washington coaching staff to try to get Hud on board, and he knows a few guys, so maybe he'll start following the Commanders a little bit. They got the Bucks coming up Sunday night, Coach Hud, in playoff action. You're not really following the NFL
Actually,
much, though, right?
I do follow what goes on with the quarterback at Tampa Bay.
Bake.
The guy that Cleveland kicked to the curb.
Yep.
I love when you see guys get drugged through the mud and then they come out, smelling like a rose.
We got a few of those in these playoffs. Sam Darnold is one of them. Baker, of course.
Darnold, yeah.
To a very lesser degree, I would say Jared Goff. Like, nobody thought he'd be doing this in Detroit.
The Flacco syndrome. They come back like Joe Flacco.
Hud, enjoyed the show today, man.
Hope you learned something.
I did. I'm going to be looking for the running back.
The tracks.
And
shoulders.
Yep. And if a running back runs into the lineman.
Count it. I bet you'll see 1 or 2 a quarter. You'll see 4 or 5 today. And you'll say, what is the guy doing?
All right. I got my antenna up now.
Because there's a 2-way go that they work on every single play. So don't say, I didn't have anywhere to go. Then you got to run into a guy.
There's somewhere to go.
Yeah, you got to go through a guy sometimes. We had a guy that got tackled. Coach Holtz put his arm around him and said, son, you're at Notre Dame. If you can't make one miss, we're going to have to get somebody else.
Hud, have a good weekend.
All
Have
right,
a safe trip to Charlotte.
Yeah, thanks.
And we'll talk to you next week. For Shirley Rhodes, J-Bone, and intern Grayson, I'm Clip Brock. We'll talk to you Friday, football Friday edition of Pirate Radio Live. Jeff Charles, take us home. Coach Hud.
Be nice.
Have a great night, Eastern Carolina.
Thanks for listening to Pirate Radio Live, an exclusive presentation.